feels nice as well.
Well, I pressed the button.
Camembert. Ooh.
Yes.
So fuck you.
Powder as well.
Any more about cheese, and I'm just gonna start playing Dragon Ball and fuck you all.
Yes. What about chicken?
So it's a new day, all right?
A different type of
Yes,
food.
it is.
Cheese.
We wake up, all right? Right?
Yeah. You guys are all staying in the same place.
Yes.
You all wake
Yes.
up spending a blood point while waking up because, you've got to do that. You spent the night fucking around doing dumb shit. Fucking Tillman was trying to decipher that book. Turned out it was mostly fucking nonsense.
What about if I try to decipher it?
If you tried to decipher it, you could certainly try.
Okay.
But you would have to give me just a second.
Balls! Exciting.
Fuck.
Intelligence and occult difficulty 8.
Is Anaba here?
No.
I hope so.
Naba?
He said he was going for
shit.
He said he was going for a nap, but I think what he's actually doing is he's getting a drink. Or going to the toilet. Because he likes to troll like that. So where the fuck's my pen? Fuck's sake. I've got 3 of the fucking things, and every time I put one down somewhere, it disappears.
Yep, pens do that. Successes.
2 successes. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. So I'll give you something. Yeah, if I can just say it loud. Because you have a general idea already of what to look for, being already familiar with these specific books, at least, knowing what you're looking for. Most of the book does read at first as, well, garbage, like nonsense, just regular fantasy shit, like the books of Thoth and things like that. It just looks like crap. But you do note that there is a code in there. There are certain repeating words, but you know that without more of the books and potentially a cipher to reference, you're not going to get anything out of it. But you know that this book is genuine, is one of the ones you were looking for.
Okay.
But Tillman, of course, he wasn't looking for that.
Right.
So
I need more books to even see if it's a code or if it's related subjects or something.
Yeah, you'd need to see more of these to see if there's any similarities, because this is the first time you've looked at it too. It just looks like fucking garbage.
Yeah, I'll ask Elise later to get the where the stones lie.
Let's see. It reminds myself of the places where all the books are. So yeah, where the stones lie is the one that's being held by the prince. So yeah, speaking to Elise about that would be fine.
So at the start of the session, Narba said, "I'm going to sleep," and nobody stopped him.
No.
No.
Because
Early.
fuck him.
Maybe he had a bad humanity roll or something. Just little topperers still.
Yeah, perhaps he's just succumbed to the beast. Who knows?
I'm gonna have interesting conversations then.
If he succumbs to the beast, can he have cat ears? I think that'd make him cute.
Yes. Fucking big bastard John with freaking cat ears.
And that's what make me want him more.
I mean, aren't I supposedly just At this point, just a butler for frickin' Edith, just with the cat ears. Like, you're pretty much treated like a cat boy.
Apparently, you're really shit at the butler bit.
Yeah,
Yes,
you keep bringing trouble upon our house. Seriously, I'm looking forward to you fucking up again and killing another granny.
I just checked the map and it says Steven's fuck up that will haunt you. That was the first thing I saw.
Luckily, you did manage to resolve that, but it could still potentially come back around on you.
Perfect.
We'll see how you guys handle that, because that will come back around at some point.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if one of us is asleep, we might handle it a lot better than without them being.
Yeah, but it's Anerba who's asleep, not Steve.
Yeah, but like,
That's true.
Anarba is the one that would want to give us to the sheriff.
This
Why
would be
am I?
the perfect time to blood bond.
Am I asleep?
Hold tight, Ben.
I mean,
No, you're
are
not
you?
asleep. You're fine.
Yes.
You can turn her over to the prince if you want.
I'm good for the time being.
I think Theo tried to say that his computer's dying, but I'm not too sure.
I think that would be the perfect opportunity for Bob to have a shower and sing loudly, because that's something I think he would do.
And I guess I just sit there with a massive erection like usual.
You know, you could just be like, trying to wake the gangrel up, and he's just not waking up.
I just try and slap him over the face with it. Wake up. We've got work to do. And so do you.
Are you just going to leave me hanging here?
I've got rather the predicament, John. I would like you to sort it for me. Yes.
Steve, did you actually remember to take a shower yesterday?
I
What,
still
in
don't
general?
think I've done so.
I thought you meant in general.
Accident.
Yeah, I'm now just checking on Steve's well-being. Like, do you remember the shower?
It's the usual case for me.
You gotta wash off that smell of blood.
Well, currently, the shower is taken by Theodore.
Yeah,
You-
who's
you-
singing?
You could get in with him.
Fuck off!
Are you going to the bathroom then? You'll hear Bob singing. Es war ein König in Thule, gar treu bis an das Grab, dem Sterben sein.
What is that beautiful singing voice?
Is that in German, or is that actually English that you're singing?
It's German.
It's German.
Yeah, it's the anthem of the Holy Roman Empire.
Oh. Oh,
That was
damn.
me bullshitting, by the way. So
Yeah. It's
Man, that would have been cool.
it kind of would have been actually. That would have really told you that he's old.
just
it's
like,
old, but not that old.
yeah, just like a 2,000-year-old vampire, older than his own clan, you know. Don't mind him.
Fucking hell! It wasn't that long ago, Murta. What the fuck?
It's like he's the first of his kind. Shit!
He's a Lasombra.
Oh, so he's who we're hunting. Okay.
God, if you guys
Go on to me.
fucking met, if you met with a 2,000-year-old Lasombra, I don't think they'd even be a threat to you, because you wouldn't be a threat to them.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't give a fuck that you're there.
Could I charm them though into my bed?
You could fucking try.
Yes. How do you do, Lasombra?
Wouldn't you somehow thaumaturgically have to lower their generation, up their generation, so you could even try that?
I think he wants to sleep with them.
Yeah. I don't care
Yeah,
about
sorry, that kind
their
of charming.
affiliation. I just want to fuck.
I mean, you are beautiful, so perhaps if they were that inclined, they might be into it.
Thank you, Daddy.
It might
But
be.
they would also very likely have so little humanity that the difficulty would be like at least 9.
I could work with that.
I could
It
beat
might
the
be
odds.
like straight 10s all the way round, and it's like, man.
No, you only get straight 10s on rolls that don't matter.
That's
So-
worse.
Yeah, this would be 1. This would be a roll that don't matter.
From my perspective, I would get up and I would probably immediately head back to the lounge unless Steve needs anything or wants to be awkward about it.
Wants to be awkward about it.
Oh, great.
I mean, you'd see a giant erection, but you know.
Well, on
Are
Steam.
you actually complaining in character?
Yes.
I mean, Steve.
Oh.
What?
Because you're like, oh, great.
Yes.
Yeah, he's literally just in a Speedo, and it's like, yeah, I'm not.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I wear it everywhere.
Of course you do.
Even to Elysium.
Classy as well.
I even wear it to Elise. Maybe she'll dominate me in the right way. For
I
once.
said Elysium, but
I
that's
know.
fine.
I know.
I think
Are-
her Elysium is just her basement.
Are you just sitting there with an erection for real?
Not in real life.
No, I mean your character.
Once he's reminiscing over nostalgia.
I mean, it's one I am. I blush alive, so yeah.
Constant blush at life as well.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm a degenerate, so.
Also, depending on what your particular weakness is, you might be mesmerized by my singing.
Well, I did say you have a beautiful singing voice, but I don't know where it came from. It was glorious, though, as you can tell.
His particular weakness is something else.
Evening, Walter.
Hello, how do you do? Don't mind the throbbing erection, but I just heard some beautiful singing, and it kind of does things to me. I don't know what, though, but, well, I do know what, but, you know. How do you do?
I have never met anybody that would start a sentence with "don't mind the throbbing erection."
Oh, yes. Where did that noise come from?
This dripping phallic.
Jesus.
You are
This huge gaff.
quite the specimen, Walter.
Why, thank you.
Is Jonathan alright? Because he seems asleep.
I think Jonathan is
Jonathan?
comatose for some reason.
I
mean,
think Jonathan is not there.
Yeah.
I meant John. So,
John Dow.
I think he may be comatose. I did try slapping him over the face with this, but it didn't seem to wake him up. So, yes, I think he might be in a coma.
Walter,
mind
is
him,
this a thing you do on the regular?
What, slap people with my dick? It depends. It depends on how much I like you.
You have not appeared to be this forward yesterday. Have you woken up on the right side of the bed?
I always wake up on the right side of the bed. But,
His mornings are
Yes.
always frisky.
this is just the majesty of my throbbing erection. Don't mind it, it's fine. And did you sleep well?
This is the first time I have guests over that constantly refer to their own massive throbbing erection.
Well, I can tone it down for you if you'd like.
It just seems highly inappropriate.
Well, as you can tell, I'm pretty certain you might have an idea of what I am, so we are usually classed as degenerates, which is really a vulgar term for us. You know, I don't quite see it myself, but, here,
Wait,
let
you
me
know
tone this
what
down.
you know what the Bali think of Toreador? That's a bit weird.
No, he just knows of Toreador notions in general.
Yeah.
I mean, that tends to be what the Bali think of them.
Degenerates
is
is
it?
also what everybody thinks of them.
Everyone
Yeah.
has a different word for Toreador, but the Bali one, they do think of them as degenerate.
The official page states that their official nickname in the Camarilla is officially Degenerates.
That's not what it says in the V20 book, but we'll go with it.
Yes.
For convenience, we'll go with it.
It'd be perfect. But yes, as you can see, big friend over here doesn't seem to want to wake himself, does he? John? Are you there? Are you fine?
I'm fine.
Oh
He's
my
awake!
god! He actually woke up!
alive!
How are you doing, beautiful?
Fuck me! I thought you went for a real life nap!
I went. It's called nap. It's fucking short.
You really did?
Yeah, I went for a lay down.
Oh,
Fucking hell.
There, I've just
That
finished doing a
was-
picture of Walter with a boner in his speedo.
That was so
Oh, Sean.
well timed as well!
I'd have to take a photo.
I mean,
of
I
it
have
and-
been sitting here for the last like 3 minutes waiting for like a proper way to butt in. So
Sorry.
it couldn't have been more proper.
Apparently
Yes.
Walter was slapping you with his dick.
Yeah.
yeah, I decided to omit that bit because I would have to, rip it off.
Just
That's
like
fine.
I don't think we won't want to deal with it.
Would
It's
you
fine.
be,
Nerba, just give me a dex plus melee roll.
God, please don't. Please don't.
Let
I've
me
already been
open my
punched by
character
him.
sheet.
He's going for it.
This is not like a legit one, right?
Did I say melee? I meant brawl. If I said melee.
Can I at least soak this one?
It's a kind of weapon.
I mean, it's your dick. I don't think you're gonna soak
Can
this
I
one.
spend a blood point to grow a claws? So I can make activated damage on his dick?
If you want to, yes.
Does it at least grow back?
I don't think it will.
Yes. It
Thank
does.
you.
I mean, if it's aggravated damage, you would need to work on it really hard.
It'll take longer to heal, but yeah, you'd have it back the next day, pretty much.
Oh, fuck.
You'd spend a whole day without the tip of your dick.
What is the DC?
Please, just don't.
6?
But
That was 3 plus... So one more. So 110 and 2 successes. Plus 1 from the close. No, but
Okay. So
are we actually doing that?
Yes.
yeah.
we're
So
going with it.
that was so Nerba, read those dice out again.
There was 110 and 7 and 8, and the other one was like 2, 3, and I think 5.
Okay. Right. That sounds cool. Give me a moment because I need to load one of my bloody things.
Yanked it off as he.
Can I roll to defend myself?
Yeah, you'll be able to. Give me a second.
I
I
mean,
was gonna say, please tell me he's just gonna take it like a champ.
Because I might need to use this somewhere.
what?
So-
Your dick!
I mean, you are the one who slapped the Ganka.
In the face with your own cock.
What do you expect to happen?
It wasn't out. I just brushed it lovingly across your face.
Well, that's still going to make him want to attack it. Yeah.
He's
Okay.
gonna, like grab it and tear it off, kind of like Nero's arm.
Wait, would that mean that Walter would be walking around for a day with a rip in his pants?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would.
he'll be walking around dickless.
Like, I'd be walking
Okay.
around with fucking indecent exposure.
Nerva, give me a
You
strength
won't
roll
have anything
plus.
to expose, though.
Well, yes, if it's not indecent.
Strength
Well,
plus.
strength plus an extra dice.
Who's this for?
Anarchy.
No.
Me.
Nerva. Again,
So
difficulty
5.
6.
This one and 8, 5, 9, 7, 6.
Was that
Fantastic.
4? 4 successes.
Ow.
You know, for that, right. Actually, I just wanted to say something here. I forgot. Seth, you can't soak this
Oh, perfect.
because it's aggravated damage. Shuts down and you can't soak it.
Can I at
Let's see.
least use a blood point?
Okay, you know what? Let's make it that he doesn't pull the claws out and remove 1 success from the additional dice and make it.
So
You know.
3. Okay, Seth, stamina roll.
Stamina roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me check what my stamina is. This is not gonna go well.
This is
If he
good
fails
practice.
this, he's boned.
I have 2 dice, so.
This is the
Oh, he's
first time
owned.
that I'm seeing somebody's dick come off in a game.
And
Nine.
we're just going to be witnesses to it as well.
You can do it. What's the DC for him to soak it?
It's
9
6.
and 7.
So you soak 2. Okay.
So you get a
So
dick punch, pretty much.
You took a point of damage from his hand as you're rubbing your dick on his shoulder when he sort of just whirled around and the back of his fist connected right on the end of your boner, like knocking down lengthways. So you actually feel your dick snap. You are bruised, and the pain is unbearable.
Oh, what the fuck, John? What was the meaning of that? Can I use a blood point to just heal?
You can, but you don't really need to for bruise.
Yeah,
You could
okay.
just wait it out.
Okay.
Try to put that thing next to me again, and it will be off. And I mean
Fine.
off, and shove
It
down
really
your throat.
would have been.
Like, you've got a mean hook on you. Oh, Jesus. Next time, I will not lovingly rub it across your face. I was
Don't
just trying to
do
wake you.
anything with my face.
I was just trying to wake you. I didn't know if you were awake or not.
I wasn't asleep.
You seemed it.
I mean, vampires don't sleep, do they?
I know, but you seemed like you were in a coma.
I was fine.
Oh, well, I'm not.
Keith
Well,
is
thank you for the
trying
dick
not to
punch.
chuckle.
This is a definite experience for me, John. I definitely won't do this one again. You've
But
made your
don't.
point.
Dear Walter, you have spent a night somewhere that is not your own haven, surrounded by people you have met fairly recently, yet you started your morning by talking about your erection and rubbing your friend's face with your dick.
It's fine. I've done that a few times. Don't worry about it. It's John that doesn't seem to mind it. I mean, he seemed to mind it, but it fucking hurts. Like, it really hurts. It feels like you broke my
What?
dick.
Only?
Only? Were
Dear
you trying
Walter.
to do more?
What
I
kind of
think it would
guests?
do good to spend some time without it.
What kind of guests do you normally have that people do not mind that kind of behavior?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I do like to go around the clubs every now and then.
Well, this is not that kind of club. This is closer to a book club.
Yes, it
Also,
seems.
storyteller, out of curiosity, what would happen if I did have the clothes out?
If you had the claws out, you would have done 4 whole points of aggravated damage, which would have severely wounded him to the point where he would have lost his penis, his balls, a large portion of probably his abdomen as well. Blood would have splattered absolutely everywhere throughout this whole room, and he would have been writhing in agony, and he would have probably been unable to do a whole lot throughout the day, and he would have only been able to heal over the course of several days. So he would have been really fucking wounded.
I would
Someone patched him up with some blood.
I would have literally been out of it. Like, I wouldn't be able to help.
You should have done it.
Do you have leads?
Anyway, where are we with the book? Did you guys start?
Yes, Theodore is currently in the shower. I
With
don't
the
know
book?
what, No, the book is with me. I do not know if Theodore picked something up, but I have definitely picked up repeated words, which could probably be a code of some sort if we had more books, and if we had the cipher.
Well, my mood
Good
is
evening,
gone.
Edith, gentlemen. Who is Theodore?
Oh, god damn it, I forgot that you're Bob. I'm so sorry.
Did you go on the internet?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bob. I must have mistaken you for somebody.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, you meant
just
Theodoric.
I just heard we were going to some club. I thought we were going to a bookshop.
Oh, no. Walter was just confusing a bookshop with a dance club. I had to explain to him the difference. Have you managed to pick anything up from books yesterday?
I do not have any concrete things as of yet. I think I need to cross-reference with more books of his.
I open up the book that we were reading yesterday, which was Foundations, if I remember correctly, and I quickly point at repeated words to him, going, these ones are repeating, but we need more books and we need a cipher.
Oh, thank you. Good that I don't have to work that out myself. Greatly appreciated.
Now that you're out of the shower, Stephen, could you please take a shower?
Question. Bob, how did you wake up today?
In the usual way.
I will assume that does not involve a phallic object shoved into your face.
I did not notice any such objects, no.
Look. I think we could get past that, John. I've learned my lesson, okay?
Has
Anyway.
anyone seen Stephen? Because if not, he must have still been in bed.
How about we send Bob to wake, not Bob, Walter to wake him up?
I'll do it myself. He had the whole of yesterday. He's still in yesterday's clothes, and he was the one that didn't have a shower. Give me a second. I go back to the bedroom and I check up on Stephen. Are you awake?
Still passed out in bed.
I tap him.
A somewhat twitch, showing that I'm stirring awake. What the bleeding heck happened? Jesus.
Don't make me shake you. We are getting ready to set off. Could you take a shower before we do that?
Okay then. I'll get in the shower and I'll get a new pair of clothing on. Has there been any commotion going on between our housed guests?
Yes.
Just a little bit, but it's it's not important. Edith is still laughing to herself.
Go on, tell me what's happened.
No. I just go and get a shower. G walks off.
Oh god. I get out of bed and start walking in the direction, greeting the others.
Hello.
Evening.
Hi there, all.
Hello.
My eyes immediately fixate straight towards Walter's crotch, just like, my god, man, what have you done?
Well, I don't think you'd know. All he did was punch it. Like, you
Probably
wouldn't
couldn't
notice
see
anything.
it.
Oh, it would be bleeding. A little.
It's like,
Okay,
my
as,
god, what happened to you?
Well, there's blood there. Would you like to suck it?
I'm not cleaning that shit, dude. Get the person who did that to you to clean it.
I would, but he'd rip the rest of it off. Would you like to try it yourself?
Jesus Christ!
Walter, that is extremely inappropriate behavior. Do you have another pair of pants?
Unfortunately, I don't seem to be carrying another set with me. I mean, I wouldn't normally carry another set with me.
So maybe we should regroup and go to your apartment first.
Does that mean we'd all be going?
I've
We
got to get a
needn't-
shower first because my darling dearest has demanded that from me, so I need that and change of clothes.
Alternatively, if you could fit into Steven's clothes, I'm pretty sure we can spare you a pair of pants for the evening.
I am
They'd be a bit
perfect.
too tight on him.
I am perfect. How big do you think I am? Jesus. I am perfectly fine. I will go get another change of clothes from my place.
I'll accompany
no
you.
offense.
I need to make a phone call.
Okay. I sat next to John and I'm like, that really fucking hurts.
Good.
Though I now know your power.
Yeah. So how about you keep your dick with you?
Well, I'd like to. Would you
Yeah.
let me keep my dick with me?
Not if you continue behaving like that.
Trust me, I will not be behaving like that again. I've learned from that one.
Do you need absolutely anything else outside of a pair of pants? Because I would rather we went to the bookshop before it got closed.
It sounds like a good idea.
Well, how far away would it be
Not
to my
very far.
apartment? Not very far.
It's like 10 minutes walk. You know that.
Oh, okay. Well, I could go myself, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that then. I'll leave John and Bob here for the time being because my fucking just mood is completely gone at this
Good.
point.
And you're sort of there just like straddling your crotch in your hands because you're in agony.
How the fuck can I straddle my own cock?
With your hands.
I mean, if you are flexible enough and big
Cradle,
enough for it.
not straddle.
Yeah, I'm gonna straddle my own dick. I wish I could.
Straddle's when you get on top of something.
I
Steve,
mean, that
it's like
gives a new meaning to a term, go fuck yourself.
Walter,
I'd
can,
love to.
can you drive, or are you gonna walk like this all the way?
I can drive. I can't drive. I can walk. Don't worry about me. It's only a 10 minutes walk. He didn't do
Looking
too much
like
lately.
this.
I can use Solari, couldn't I?
if you wanted to
If
run,
to
then
Masquerade.
yeah, it would be a bit fucking weird if you
Oh,
fucking
right,
see
okay.
Naruto running in the cloth at like early evening through the center of Manchester.
As well.
Can you lend him a shard so he can wrap it around his waist? A fucking pair of pants.
No, I'm good. I
I am offering you my Steven's clothing.
Whatever happened to Seth's own clothing? Though seriously,
yeah.
he only
you
took it off.
Yeah, I don't have my clothes on.
Yeah, you're just stood there in your Speedo with a bit of blood leaking down the insides of your legs and your Speedo looking a bit ruined, but your clothes should still be fine.
I just realized that. Like, what? Wait.
He's just going to be walking around commando all day for a bit.
It's fine. My clothes are. It confused me because everyone's talking about my clothes, and I'm like, oh, I must have them on then.
I mean,
No,
I
you
would
didn't even
have
put them on.
assumed.
I think you would know better than anyone else what the state of your clothes.
I mean, I would have assumed that you slept with your clothes on, considering that you were sleeping in the lounge around other people.
No, he specifically said he always sleeps with Speedo on.
Yeah. I mean, do you mind if I do you have a bathroom where I could like possibly take these off? Because obviously they're bloodstained now.
I'm
don't think you-
currently occupying it.
I don't think Walter
perfectly
will
fine.
mind.
I
I
mean,
mean, you just see. Yes, you would see it. And that's why I'm saying, like, because John, I don't want him to tear my cock off, quite frankly.
Stephen is occupying the bathroom currently. You're perfectly fine to knock on the door and ask him.
How long will he be?
I do not know. It's his third night here. I don't normally track his showers.
I fuck it, I go and knock on then.
I need to ask, though. You seem fairly competent at what you do. Steve is not, to say the least. Why him?
That is to you, Myrta.
I know.
Yeah, I was
Um,
wondering.
I'm just.
John is just curious why a person of such ineptitude seem to be turned.
Big oof.
Used to be an employee here. Was fairly confident, competent in what he did, which was for the most part book selling. I thought that he would fare a tiny bit better than how he's faring right now, but what is done, but yes.
I mean, you know, easy enough to deal with.
I just knock on the door like, Stephen, are you decent? Can I come in? I need to change real quick. He won't see anything, don't worry.
Still a wee bit busy, I'm afraid. Almost done now.
Please let me know when you are, because I could definitely need to change.
Walter helicopters into the
again.
bathroom.
What was that, Stephen?
I'll be as quick as I can.
Thank you.
Just, hold on.
I do like a prompt man. I just walk back into the lounge and with my fucking Speedos, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm just waiting for Stephen then.
I lock eyes with our gangrel and say, John, I don't know what you think about me, but I am definitely not the kind of person that would just off an already existing kindred in order to try and find a potential new apprentice.
Fair enough.
What are we speaking about in here?
Yeah, I was just curious why Steve is still alive.
That's, quite mean, but, not,
I mean,
not something...
I don't know how much do you know about the gangrel.
Yes, but, to be honest, it's not, exactly, an issue that's, you know... Is it?
No, just, you know, curiosity more than anything.
No. This is definitely not awkward, is it?
I
Again, my
mean,
apologies.
you are the one standing with your speedos.
Yeah,
Trust
and
me.
bleeding on the floor.
Trust me, I will get into my attire as soon as your young lover is out of the bathroom.
You might also want to get rid of anything that has your blood on it. People like me and Miss Oxley could possibly do something with that.
That sounds suggestive, Bob. Do tell.
Oh, you know, the majory.
Yeah, like what?
I throw a scornful look towards Bob.
Have I said something wrong, Miss Oxley?
Oh, please be very careful about what kind of information you share with the outside world, because now you are being asked to recite your rituals that you could potentially use blood in.
I am actually not very good at using anyone else's blood.
Oh, thank
Good
God for that.
is getting called, so yeah, bathroom scene ensues.
Oh, is he out?
Steve, describe us in vivid detail what we're doing in the bathroom.
Well, washing my hair as usual, cleaning me thoroughly down with making sure not to spare any expense as I'm scrubbing myself down.
Okay.
You're just there, like, wiping
what
that
order
skin.
of toweling do you use?
Wait, what?
Like, what order of using the towel do you use? Like, what areas do you cover first?
Oh, wrap around my torso to try and cover myself up with the towel. Now that I've finished, rub my hair down with another towel, and I step out the bathroom.
Have you not brought your clothes with you?
He's quite muscular, isn't he, Bob?
I don't bring them into the bathroom with me. No.
I
Go
mean,
to the next room.
you have guests literally in the lounge, and you're just gonna be walking around with a towel and nothing else on.
And you're not complaining that we've got a kindred with a fucking Speedo on.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that's right.
I mean, I did state that it looks somewhat inappropriate. I did give Walter plenty of comments.
Why, thank you.
Oh, whatever.
Comments,
Walter,
not
it's free now.
compliments.
Come on, it's not the worst he's done by far. Let's just give him some space.
Walter, the bathroom's free now.
Perfect. Fabulous.
And stop bleeding everywhere if you can.
I will. It's obvious. It's almost like you read my mind or something. Are you? You know what? I'll just go into the bathroom. I'm too pissed for this. Then I grab my clothes.
Quite literally, you're pissing blood.
Then I grab my clothes and walk into the bathroom, and I clean up the blood with I use the sink. Not like I don't put my dick in the sink. I just
run it under cold water.
I just wash it up and take off my speedos because they're too fucking bloodstained now.
You know, considering that Kindred would commonly use sinks, I just must wonder if there's like mutated rats in the sewers by now.
Yeah.
Just like getting ghouled non-stop by the Kindred population.
It's fine.
I mean, you know, it always goes down to Nosferatus, no?
But yeah, I guess I have to go commando with my pants, I guess. And just put those on without the speedos.
Have you taken them with you?
Yes.
I like
I'm
that
going
very
to
important
the
detail if I'm
bedroom.
not wearing underwear.
Yeah, I have to. Fucking John made sure of that.
I go into the bedroom to get changed in privacy. So that
Oh, now you're worried about privacy.
I mean,
I literally only have a bath towel around me.
mine is privacy. Like, you're making it sound as if mine isn't.
Is.
Oh, I did close the door, by the way.
Do you need to?
Yes.
Are you even modest?
At the moment. John has beaten.
Yes, he is.
John has
At the moment,
beaten
the
the
snapstick.
modesty. Yeah,
At the
John has
moment,
beaten the
he's
modesty into me.
he's modest because he's pissed.
Pretty much.
Oh, actually. Yeah. Give me a second.
Dice roll for how pissed I am.
Dice roll of you in rage.
Sort of. Yeah. Yeah. So you're taking your speedo off in the bathroom and everything there.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a self-control roll.
Okay.
He's
What?
going to tell the word the dick.
Am I planning on fapping or something? Like, my self-control?
You'll see.
I got 5, so...
Well, then
9,
roll 5 dice.
10, 5, 10,
Oh.
10.
Okay. You're good.
Yeah. You're very good.
What would
Oh, I
happen
know,
if
baby.
he did fail?
You look down at that horrible mess of a penis with blood dripping out the end, and you sigh. Oh, fucking hell. Really? Not again.
Who am I riding?
Yeah. We were rolling for your weakness.
Hmm.
You remember
Oh, yeah.
Damn it! Not again.
how you could essentially just become enraptured with something and not be
Yeah.
able to move or do anything.
I
You
get
would have
it.
just been stood in there with the door closed for like a full hour before they just go, "What the fuck is he doing in there?"
It's
Looking
amazing.
at his dick.
I mean, that's not my weakness. I know what it is.
No, he's got a very specific weakness, but it does apply here.
Okay, I guess I'll take these off and put on my pants and shirts, I guess. Let's just hope John doesn't fucking hit me again. That's twice now. Twice.
Meanwhile-
I let him have the first, not
Yeah.
this one.
The other room. Can we hear that? Because you wouldn't be speaking that out loud.
Yeah, he's monologuing out loud.
Yeah, I am. That's how pissed I
Soliloquy
am.
moment.
I mean, if
I
you want
would
to
be
see
more
me clearing,
understanding if you were pissed at the previous time than this time.
No, I let you have the last one. This one I didn't.
imagine if he'd used his claws, you'd be super
Yeah.
pissed.
Well, John, the situation
super
is a
dead.
lot
Hmm.
less awkward now that we can hear Walter monologuing to himself in the bathroom.
Don't worry, he does that all the time.
Hey, Jojo.
Do you stay with Walter often?
Unfortunately, these days, that seems to be my task.
Oh. Do you normally not do this?
I usually do more of a hands-on approach.
How long have you
Yeah, I
been in
know.
this city?
For a while. How long have you been in the city?
Oh, not information that I could disclose. I'm just surprised that I've never seen you around. I have seen Walter. So he will never remember because he always fixes his hair as he passes by bookstore every evening. He stares into the bookstore window, fixes his hair, and walks off after smiling to himself. It is like the weirdest thing ever.
It's like clockwork. It's always at the same time.
As she's saying that, you can see the door open, and I'm like fixing my hair in the fucking mirror.
The exact same motions.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
like that.
beautiful.
Except into my bookstore's window.
What was that?
Well, apparently you have a tendency to show up here
I
and
do?
fix your hair. Yep.
Walter, every single evening you walk past this building and you fix your hair.
I
You
don't
won't
remember
remember.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, was I not hard to locate?
You were quite awkward to locate for me, but that's mainly because apparently I've gone past her many times, but I've not realized. You do have a beautiful window, though. I do like to look at myself in it sometimes.
So I'm gonna
You
assume
really have to
that.
step on the keyboard, you dumb bitch.
Are you talking to Merta now?
To pardon, she just walked across both of my keyboards. Despite there being plenty of room not to do that.
Oh, are we quite ready to head out?
I would assume.
What about Stevie?
I mean, he has occupied the bathroom before you, therefore he's pretty sure he's ready. Are you ready, Steve?
Pretty much.
You're quite a ripped fellow, by the way, aren't you?
Um,
I
not
think
really.
you were the one ripped.
John, I will give you that one because that was quite funny. But fuck you, too. Wait, did I say John?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Was
Bob.
I was like
Awesome.
thinking, wait, he takes dick punches as a funny.
Oh, will you all fuck off?
I clearly need to do more of that.
No, please don't, John. That really fucking hurts.
It meant to.
I know it was, darling. I know it was.
I would prefer Mr. Wagner stay in good condition.
Yeah, I prefer Mr. Wagner does not press his dick to my face when I sleep.
Very fair point.
Yes. Trust me, I won't do it again, John. I've learned my lesson. I've been a bad, bad boy.
Is your whole life one big fucking sexual innuendo?
Isn't
You know what?
yours?
Don't answer.
Well, I am so sorry that I could not provide adequate accommodations so that we couldn't have put Walter into a separate room with himself,
Anyway,
therefore affording us all of this incident. But are we quite ready to go?
yes.
I am fine.
On the side note, next I will close him in the bathroom.
Wait, I'm already out of the bathroom now.
Let us skedaddle then.
What?
Go.
Ah, okay.
Let us be off, shall we?
Yeah. Let's vamoose.
Yes.
We're gamoosing to the Salford Vampire Home Store.
So which one of you cunts is driving?
I am.
Okay.
Cool.
Takes my dick out my car. Fine.
So you go outside. It's early evening. Still fairly busy outdoors. You're around the corner. Car looks nice. It's not been pissed about with or anything. No one's graffitied on it. You know, it's not the best place to leave the car.
Why?
You get in the
didn't
car.
mention- Why?
Out in the open like that.
Hmm.
Someone could steal it.
Yeah.
You never know what could happen. But still.
Link from Polish. That's funny.
Well, Polish steal from each other all the time. Let's see. Yes. So you guys decide that you're going to drive. Anerba.
I would have someone navigate for me though.
Yes. I imagine you would. So let's see. Merta. Oxley.
Yes.
Edith. Yes. You should be the navigator since you know where it is.
Yes.
Which means intelligence plus streetwise difficulty 4.
Does that mean she's sitting in the front with John?
Yes.
Yes.
That means that you see Theodore and Steve.
Bob and Steve.
Yeah,
Yes.
who's Vida?
I know, right? Okay. 6, 10, 10, 7.
Nice.
That's a piece of piss to find. You drive all the way to Eccles, more or less a straight route there. You don't get any detours. You don't drive suspiciously. And you reach Church Street in Eccles. And you notice there aren't really many places here to park. There's a few car parks, but they'll cost you a little bit of money.
I assume we can
Oh.
afford that, guys.
I could use resources, couldn't I?
Oh, yeah. Roll resources difficulty 2.
Resource.
What just a fail?
2 in that, so 6. 2.
Yeah, you're fine. You pull out the necessary change and you pay the meter.
Hmm.
You know, since I want to be a bit of a dick, also roll intelligence.
Well, to see where I can put it.
Yeah, to see what you do with the ticket.
5, 7, 9.
Yeah, piece of piss. You put it on the dashboard facing up, the way you're supposed to do it. You close the door carefully, making sure that it's still there on the dashboard.
Well, it seems like we're here. Is everyone accounted for and ready?
Well, I mean, Walter, unless we lost somebody in the car, right?
It's a possibility.
I checked the bag. Is Steve alive?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
Steve?
I'm fine.
He's not alive, he's undead.
Well,
Haha,
would you like to join us?
Where are we going?
We're here.
Oh, right. Jesus. That was-
Are you sure? Are you sure we haven't lost someone?
I give an eye like to Edith, like I told you so.
I just put
Jesus, that was fast.
my fucking hand on my face.
It's taken about 25 minutes. But yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah, I'll go in.
At the
with
speed of thought for him, no?
I guess we'll all walk in then.
Mhm.
How the store itself look? Is there anything off about it?
Hmm.
You'll have to wait because I'm trying to finish my chips.
Okay. That is no argument.
There's
maybe-
lots of them, and I'm like, I'll just wolf them all down really quick.
Just take it slowly. Don't need to rush.
Oh.
Well, maybe we
No,
can have a
I'll rush
conversation.
I just don't that's the job.
Yeah.
How do you guys want to do this?
Well, I.
Through the front door.
Yes, I propose we walk in and we ask if they have books from said author. I don't think that this should be a confusing or suspicious activity.
Well,
Disappointing, but okay.
Edith,
Yes.
are you certain you suspect this person could be a kindred?
Well, they own an occult shop and they operate it at night.
That doesn't mean anything. They could just be very strange.
There are not that many very strange occultists in Manchester that are in some way not connected to the kindred community.
Well, have you felt
give-
anything off about them?
If you give me a minute, there is something really off about the shop that will prove to you that they probably are a vampire. But I need to finish this last few chips.
My thoughts has eluded me. Give us a moment.
Yeah. So, to answer Naba's question, and all of yous, looking at the shop, it isn't an occult shop. It has nothing to do with the occult whatsoever. In fact, this shop is closed. And it was a shop selling fucking lampshades and upholstery stuff and things like that. It is a fucking home decoration shop. And they're closed. In fact, from the looks of it, they have been closed for several years. But
Edith,
Edith knows that this place is open.
So, Miss Oxley, is this a front, I presume?
Yes, yes, it is. Is it? Do they have like a back or entrance that's open, or is this?
Give me an intelligence and occult roll.
I will need to buy more dice.
8.
I'm going to go and smell about to see what I can smell.
You roll me perception and occult then.
Okay.
776632.
Right. So you know that this is indeed just basic makeup and decoration. It is just meant to look as unappealing as possible, so that usually when people's eyes rove over it, they just pass to the next shop. It's meant to look as bland and unappealing as possible. The closed sign is just there in case anyone who's not supposed to be going there, happen to try the door, So you know that the door appears to be locked, but in fact, it is not a push door. It's a pull door. A very simple but clever way to stop someone from automatically walking in is that they would push the door, they'd see the sign, and then they'd say, "Oh, it's closed," and they'd leave.
I pulled the door.
Slides open without any issues.
Yeah. And I rolled 1, 10, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. For you, there's no smell that seems like that weird sort of magic-y, demony smell or anything like that. But there's a very musty, moldy smell that suggests that the front of the shop is always ignored.
Okay.
I passed the front.
In we go.
Yes. Curious. Curious place.
What do we behold?
Well,
Well, the inside of the shop is not lit. There are no lights on. There's old products lying around that seems to have been around from, well, for what you can tell, the late 60s. Hasn't been changed. The place seems to be cleaned, though not very regular. Looking at the counter, there's a sign that just has a little arrow, very small arrow, red arrow just points down.
Are there any stairs down? Any hatches?
Did
Perception, investigation, difficulty 5.
All of us, or?
Yeah, if you like, or whichever is
Yeah.
highest.
I've got 5 days for this.
what was perception and investigation?
Investigation, yeah.
I have
an
5 dice.
investigation.
That's 6 for me.
You
Yeah.
roll.
I got 3 dice actually.
7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Steve has the most.
Yeah, Steve, roll.
3, 1, 8, 2, 6, 6, 4.
Okay, it's enough despite that one there. Yeah,
That ruined it.
935.
it's fine. So while you're all examining the environment, we'll say Stephen walks towards the counter, expecting to see someone sitting there, or at very least a light in the back room or anything. You see that the back room is closed, so there's no way through there. But you look at the little arrow, and you look down at the ground in front of the counter, and there's nothing. So you peer over the counter, and looking down, you can see a very small hatch.
That appears to be something. I reach over to pull it.
Should
Okay.
we maybe knock first?
Yes.
Well,
Might be
it
a
is
bit
already
forward.
open. We may as well see ourselves in. Plus, this is
Yeah,
an
he's-
open store.
He's already yoinked it open because, doesn't think. So it's Stephen. So yoinking it open, you feel a very fast breeze passed by you. They're carrying a very cold, like a very cold air, but the smell is very sweet, like almost like incense. And you see that there are a bunch of very polished wooden steps heading downwards.
Oh, there's a way forward.
Acting before he thinks reminds me of someone. Shall
Is
we
it
go?
you, Walter?
Unfortunately, no.
Wait,
But
I mean, Walter, do you remember this morning? Was that action thought out?
it was thought out. You'd be surprised to know it was.
Do you just enjoy that sort of thing?
Maybe.
Or is it more of the case? It was calculated, but oh damn, I'm bad at math.
Walter, from the way that you are speaking, I can never tell if you're flirting with me or not.
Do you think I am?
Well, I asked you to enjoy pain, and in a very flirtatious tone, you answered with maybe.
Sometimes I do. It depends on the kind of pain. Definitely not the type today. That was a bit too painful for my liking.
Yet you claim that your action was calculated.
It was, I just didn't expect that.
You didn't expect the reaction you were going to get, despite the fact that you went ahead with it anyway.
Yes?
That's
What
even
did-
more careless than me tugging that friggin' leather.
Steve, please,
Shut up.
after what you've done. Really.
Anyway,
Gotta
I
take
don't
our
think
vote.
this is
Let's
a
just go
place for
down,
that kind
shall
of
we?
discussion. Leaning into the hall, what do we see like outside of the the polished stairs?
There seems to be very little light.
do
Heading
they
down.
do they seem recently used?
Yeah, they seem like they get used very regularly, but because the cleaning that's been done to them and the polishing, it's like a very sort of waxy polish that doesn't like have slips, so you don't have to worry about falling down. But
Okay.
the actual cleaning seems to have been done even just tonight, so they seem to get customers now and then. At the very end of the downward staircase, you can see what looks like a pair of well, not a pair, but a bunch of those, those vertical slit blind things that you put in a doorway, but they're not like beads. They've got some of those.
You mean
and-
like those in the private clubs kind of in the room?
Yeah, but they're kind of like paper strip kind of things, like strips,
Yeah.
and they're sort of flowing with the air coming from inside. And you can see smoke coming out as well, little wisps of smoke.
Hey, are you sure this is the right place, Edith?
Yes, I'm sure. I proceed towards the.
Have you been here before?
No, but this place is reputable
By who?
by the general occultist community that tends to hang around in my shop as well.
Oh.
We are somewhat
Interesting.
connected.
Interesting. Anyway, let's be off, I guess.
I'm
Still
walking
dressed
first.
in
I'm bringing up the rear.
Apparently, Steven is laughing.
Don't know why Steven is laughing.
It's to do with the fact that Seth's holding his crotch.
Yeah.
Is
Like he's got no choice. He's just cradling that thing. Just like, Jesus.
Oh, you mean straddling it?
What do you mean if I'm still holding it? Of course I am. I'm holding this
Hey,
more than I
God
used
damn it.
to.
Well,
I usually hold it outside.
storyteller, what do my spying eyes see? Do I see any people?
You've headed through the blinds, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so you walk through the blinds, and you're now in a very warmly lit room. Sort of like a pink light. It's very. It's kept warm. Not like it's not like a infrared light or anything like that. It's just for aesthetic. There are incense candles burning in the corners of the rooms, and you can see what looks like a sort of magical circle thing written on the ground. You know that that's also just for artistry. It's clearly not, anything nefarious or any such thing. There's plenty of books around, stacked, very weird heaps. They're not on shelves like in your shop. They're just sort of brought in and just added to piles. There's also lots of ornaments, very fancy golden statuettes. There's a few weird ceremonial knives lying around. There's a lot of things here that are very, very illegal and quite possibly demony as well. And at the back of the room, you can see sat on what looks like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a weaved mat, made like very made of cotton or something like that, and very elaborately decorated. Is a man wearing a denim jacket and jeans, and he's got a very large beard, and he's got long hair with a bald spot, and he's sort of semi-overweight, looks middle-aged, and you know that this man must be Keith, and he's right now puffing away on a pipe.
Good evening.
He puts his pipe to the side, and he looks up and goes, "Ah, so many at once? Well, that's new."
Hmm.
Oh,
don't-
we're traveling together. We are browsing for a very specific author. I don't suppose you have anything by Joseph Adelberg.
You're the fifth lot this week to ask me about that name. Well, I'm sorry to tell you. It's have to tell you the same that I told the last four. No, I sold the last copy to a man that came in. When was it? What day is it today? Last Monday anyway. Time passes very strange. It came in very, very sharp suit, wearing sunglasses. He inquired about the books. I told him I had several. Told him I had 4 of them. He was only interested in 1, though.
So which one was that?
It was. He picks up a small ledger and he flicks through the pages. He goes, right, Monday. Let's have a look. See. Yes, I see. Yes, it was. That's a very stupid name. Resting Beneath.
Mhm. Curious.
And you wouldn't have a contact info for him as well. Quite interested in the book as well.
But the fellow that came in and asked for the book.
Oh, Storyteller, he asked for the book or did he buy the book?
Oh, he bought it. We asked for it. He was very specific. He only wanted that.
Okay.
Would that be the 23rd of December that it was purchased?
So he didn't
Probably.
leave any information to contact him in case you encounter more of those books for you?
He might have. Give me a moment.
Say that because it's like now, what, Friday?
Yeah.
In
All
Also,
right.
quick question, does John recognize the things around as illegal?
You know that a lot of them are illegal. Not Camarilla illegal, but mostly UK illegal.
Okay.
Although some of the things you don't know what they are.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Says, oh, right, the fella, he left a card. Let me have a look. And he rummages through some of his pockets and he pulls out a wallet and he takes it out. He says, it says his name was Martin Reynolds from Reynolds Publishing. I don't know why a publisher was looking for these books. Perhaps he was in talks with the original owner. Perhaps. I try not to pry. I don't ask too many questions. He wanted the book. I sold it.
Did he leave a phone number?
Well, yes, it's right here on the card. You have interest in contacting him, yes?
Was
Well,
his company also have the address on the card?
No, there's no address, just a phone number. He seemed to be very kept to himself. Didn't say very much. He spoke with an accent. I don't know where that accent was from. He didn't seem normal. He seemed more like you lot.
Could
and
you describe him for us?
He was fairly tall, about 6'4". He wore a black suit with a tie. It was sort of like a polka dot sort of tie, but it was like white and black. His hair was auburn, long. He had sunglasses, and he seemed fairly high class.
Did he have a reflection?
I wouldn't know. I don't really have many mirrors here, as you can see. However, given that you guys are probably not of the normal sort, perhaps one of you doesn't have a reflection.
hmm,
Why is that significant?
Just a hunch. Just a hunch. 4 other parties were after this book, you said? You
I
disclose what kind?
There's many different sorts. One was a young lad, maybe around about 14, 15. He came in asking about one of the books. I gave him the list. He didn't care. He left. And then another one came in. It was a woman, very, very pretty. She had dark red hair, and she asked about books. And I showed her my collection. She took all 3. But she seemed rather disappointed when she had them. But she thanked me for my patronage anyway. And,
Could you describe how she looked?
yes.
about average height, red hair, somewhat pale skin, wore makeup, kind of fancy dress, sort of Victorian era, kind of strange lady.
Edith, Walter, does that fit the description of the rose?
I don't know, does it?
You were never given a description of Rose, were you?
Storyteller, I
I
must have
thought that-
seen Rose.
Yeah,
I
I think
mean-
Walter have seen rose.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true. I forgot that you. Yeah, for you, yeah, that's dead on Rose. Rosa,
Right.
rather. Yeah, it's 100% Rosa. Couldn't be anybody else.
And when did you see that woman?
That was about 5 days ago.
Interesting.
So after she disappeared.
Ew.
Any other
That-
parties?
Before you, there was another one. This one he didn't speak at all. He walked in. He was pale as death. He had no complexion whatsoever. He wore glasses, but he never actually looked at anything. He simply approached. He stared at me for a while, and then he held out a hand, and on it was a piece of paper saying a list of books with the author beneath it. And this was a fairly lengthy list of books. There was about 24 books on it. Couldn't really remember what they were. I just shook my head. I had no idea. I had to apologize, tell him I didn't have it. I honestly thought he was going to kill me right then and there, and he just left.
So he didn't leave you the list of the books.
No, he just showed it to me. I told him I had no idea, and he just left.
Seems like another.
Um,
Possibly.
We have another bookstore that I know of, don't we?
You do?
Possibly.
Yeah, she did mention 2.
Yeah, because I remember that you said 2, right?
Yeah,
the other
too,
one
but
was
the
in
other
London,
one was
right?
yeah, the other one was really far away. It was.
Yeah.
It was. I said it was. If I remember right, give me a sec. Did I write it down? It wasn't London, but it was down that way.
Can I disclose? Can I disclose to the rest about who that one with the red hair possibly is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, John directly asked
Yeah.
both you and Edith if
I
that
mean-
was Rose.
John, who he was mentioning with the red hair earlier definitely fits the bill of Rosa.
That was after she seemingly disappeared.
Yes.
Anyway, do you guys have any other questions? Otherwise, we may as well get in the car and talk there.
What would I roll to see if I can get some demonically inspired shit that might help me?
If what?
You know, you're asking me that, but I don't have a fucking clue what could help you.
What do you want to do, Marta?
I mean, you said that there's knickknacks. But
This is like saying, "Can I buy a Snickers bar?" to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Fucking, I suppose."
You might
I
have
don't know what the
meant
fucking are you gonna
crisps.
get out of it?
Well, Marta is asking if there's like Satanist one-on-one kind of.
it's more
Yeah,
like
but
I'm looking for anything that would help me to maybe do a summoning ritual or two without actually having to have freaking 6 dots.
I don't think there are things like that in the fucking game, love.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
gee.
Wah.
You see,
I
the
guess-
cat's not very happy. It's because this is the kind of shit that I would go for, and he has shit in the store, so I'm like,
There.
guess my character would be interested in buying some.
Well, maybe you can find books that will help you advance your, discipline.
Yeah.
I pull John and Bob aside to mention who he was mentioning there. It's possibly Rosa, and if that's the case, then she's after the books.
Well, it depends on what Jonathan knows. There is also the case of the first person who actually got the book.
I know he's not going to be happy about this.
Which poses the next question. The description, do you know of anyone who fits that?
Who fits the description he mentioned?
Yeah, of the dude. Unless you know of a child vampire, that is quite not forgettable thing.
I don't know about any children vampires, and the other person, the one that didn't speak, I haven't an idea.
Talking
Who
of the
that could
first
be.
one.
The first one? You mean the one with the sharp dress?
Yes, and the polka dot, whatever he had.
I'm just wondering why someone would walk in with sunglasses in a place like this. I mean, we
Because-
obviously know he is of kind, but still.
Do I hear this conversation?
I assume we're fairly close.
Yeah. Walter, have you assumed that he may have supernatural eyes and he just didn't take them off after entering the building?
Yes.
Possibility. I was thinking the whole glowy, I guess. But
I mean, not necessarily glowy. I can change my eyes as well, and that would
Yeah.
also spook the mundane.
But this gentleman doesn't seem to mind kind. So it's very strange.
Yes, as I said, Walter, you walk in through the street, you do not take off paraphilia that you already have on yourself. This is not that strange.
Like, look, and, John pulls off sunglasses, puts them on. Let me check one thing. Do I need to spend blood point on this?
Well, how dark is this place? Like, is it?
It's about as dark as a cloudy night, with like minor lighting.
I
It's really
use
dark.
the
Yeah.
pretty undisciplined eyes of the beast. Doesn't require blood paint by the looks of it. And when I take off my sunglasses, you can see, cat-like eyes.
Oh, I never knew you had cat-like eyes, John.
It's whatever eyes I need at the moment.
It's definitely an interesting look. I'm definitely not into it. But yes.
Whatever. And I put on sunglasses and leave them there for now.
The other bookshop, it's miles off, but how many hours of driving?
Yeah.
Do we get a field trip? And do we get to camp outside during the sun?
We get a montage. We get to drive in the sun and die.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I've-
he's around. Maybe he's like taming cats right now.
well, I'm currently reading, through my book about weapons and items and things like that. And no, Murdo, I don't think there are any such thing as things you can get to help you with rituals.
What about stuff that would, in character, explain her advancing the discipline?
I mean, you can explain things like that in character, then yeah. There's some things, maybe. I mean, I would assume she'd be looking around anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But would the fine young woman be privy to driving around with us a lot?
What do you mean, Walter?
It's gonna be quite a long drive.
How long of a drive would that be, Edith?
Give me a sec.
Yeah.
If I do a quick calculation here from
Yeah, also, a question to Edith. The three other people, the descriptions, did they seems familiar to you?
Would once again be a question for storyteller, and
Yeah, I know, but
storyteller's
I need to ask
calculating.
if you two interacted.
distance.
yeah, all right. The only one that you do recognize the description of is Rosa.
Okay, that was the same for Walter, because I don't know if you were listening at that point.
I was.
Okay.
I mean, he's the one that told me.
Hours by car.
The length of time it would take you 4 hours 20 minutes.
And we just started the night, so we may go there, but we need to find a place to stay there, right?
Yes.
Possibly. You could probably drive back. I mean, it's still early.
I mean, I have resources for a hotel.
I look at John and I say it would take us 4 hours to drive there. I'm pretty sure that it might be more efficient to call the guy that bought the first book first.
True. We could
Possibility.
also call the bookstore.
Hmm.
We don't necessarily have to appear there in person.
Good thinking.
That's a good point.
1 dot in intelligence. Woohoo! I need to change that.
It's
Good
like,
thinking.
yes. Who's in favor of John leveling up intelligence for being smarter
Yeah.
than us?
I
I think he needs it.
I think you should act more stupid, Nerva.
I can't. I'm trying. It's hard. I need to ask tips from Steve.
I am gonna let out my cat. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Oh, and it,
go talk
yeah,
Let
Come
that
on.
pussy run wild.
I'm going to take a while to have a bit of a smoke because I've still got some things to plan if you guys are taking that drive tonight.
We're not if we can call them.
Well,
It seems
Yeah,
our
no.
plan is to call the bookstore and call the dude
No.
with the book.
nope. You're not calling the bookstore. The bookstore. You're calling the guy who got this particular book, but that other bookshop, they don't have a number.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, in fact, you don't have a number. Even if they had a number, you don't have the number.
Okay.
Just saying. Yeah, you big. fucking-
Okay.
Yeah, big pansy.
Okay.
Fucking get real. This is you with your one intelligence.
Okay. I'm trying, okay?
No, you're not. You're not trying. You're just being Polish.
Okay, so which one of us calls the people from the nearest paper?
Well, I assume you missed that bit. We don't have, and there is no number to the bookstore.
Yeah, but we can call the person.
Yeah.
The publisher. The
Yes.
publisher you can, but Anarba was like, we're going to call the bookstore and the publisher, which I corrected him on, saying that you didn't have the number for the bookshop, but you do have the one for that publisher.
We actually
Also-
have the number already.
Happy birthday, Narba, for it just
Yeah.
struck
Oh.
midnight on your side.
It's not yet. Fuck you.
It is for you.
It
It
is for
it
you.
is.
No. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Fair enough.
Happy
It is.
birthday, man.
Yeah, let me just check for Steam for something to gift you. Give me a second.
Happy
Yeah. Fuck you
birthday
all for reminding me. I'm fat to know.
Yeah.
Happy
I'll
birthday
be following soon.
to you.
I have 3 at the start of my age. I'm at my halfway point.
Don't worry, I'll follow you soon.
Cookie, I'm 27. I'm not that far behind.
I mean, yeah, but you are like your expediency number is far lower than mine.
I'm legitimately not that far off behind, and I'm pretty sure you're more successful than me, so there's that.
I mean, you could have your own apartment, and you are married.
Yes, you work in a good company, and you're renting.
You see, that's the trade-off. He's got a career and you've got a marriage.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
Okay,
Yes.
we just need to move together into communal living, and we share the husband, and you share the career.
We share the husband.
Yes, happy birthday as well.
Get over.
That is brilliant. Why has no one yet thought of that?
I know, right?
I think they did, but people start naming them stuff like colts.
Yeah, but Narbo, you get butt time every morning.
True, that's
Can that just be
tempting.
extramarital?
Yes.
Oh, next vampire should be a Fanatica cult leader. That sounds fun.
And then fucking we can bring Seth over.
Yes.
Yeah, from South Africa.
Yeah, with
Just
his
very eager.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yes. Give it to me,
He
Daddy.
will bring AIDS.
Oof. That's North Africa, you fucker.
We're never inviting Stevie because he's too young, and we're gonna corrupt his poor
Oh.
soul.
Yeah, he's too young.
I think,
Such a baby.
Steve, do you want to be corrupted?
We
Really
must
much already
preserve
am to some
his-
people.
innocence.
Oh, yes.
I think he's in the wrong Discord for that.
Yeah.
Okay, calling the publisher from the nearest payphone. Where is the nearest payphone?
Good question. I'm taking a break.
Yeah, he said smoke break.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've still got to think some things through, and I've got to read some things in the rulebook. So I was like, I'll take this time to have a little bit of a break.
Can
There's
I,
could be some shit going.
And I am
I-
trying to quietly listen to copyrighted music without it getting picked up on my microphone.
can
But
I,
they're changing some stuff with that as well.
Yes, Seth. Can you what?
can I pull Steve to the side and ask him how he's doing with his vampire shit?
You
Jeez.
can.
Awkward conversation. Come.
Stevie, could I talk to you over here for a little while?
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it's nothing bad.
It usually is when it's you. Usually after a crank or something.
No, Please, what do you take me for? I mean, yes, I did put my dick on John's. That's fine. That's beside the point.
Coffee animal.
Thank you. Please call me it again. But I would like to ask you, how are you doing with all of this? You're new, right?
Well, I suppose.
Is that yes or no?
I suppose.
Yes, I am.
Right. And we know you had a little mishap, but again, accidents can happen, unfortunately. I trust people haven't been too down your throat about that. I mean, I was a little pissed, I'll be honest, but you've learned. And you're not gonna do that again, right?
No, I won't.
Oh, that's all I needed to that's all I needed to hear. But I'm really concerned at how you're finding all of this.
In what regard?
In the vampire regard. You're not... You were never vampire.
I mean, it's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah. As ironic as it is, it feels like I've never been so alive, yet I'm dead.
That could be the blood talking. Possibly.
Well,
mean-
I could do with something to eat soon.
Did you not have your fill? With, you know? Though
Waking
you
up
didn't...
takes it out of you, doesn't it? And I'm surprised you're not hungry at all after the amount you've lost.
You didn't partake in that, group feeding we had that time, though. I forgot about that. Though I was,
You kind
yes.
of prevented me from doing so.
Yes, I mean, there was only so many people, you know, we could have risked it again. But again, you're learning. I get that.
Yeah.
But don't worry too much, okay? Just help us with this, and I'm pretty sure it'll be all fine. Just as long as there's no more dead grannies. I have your word, right?
You do.
Okay. Let's go meet her.
If-
Fine on... Yes?
If it isn't too much hassle,
Hmm?
you wanted to know what it was like for me.
Yes.
May I inquire what it was like for your first time?
Beautiful. Orgasmic, even. But my sire, I won't go deep into it.
Yeah, deep.
But... Yes. Let's just say we don't talk.
Seems like a miserable life that he had.
I don't give a fuck. What is it, baby?
Baby, baby.
Out of character, Loki, it sounds like your father in that regard.
It's fucking true, to be honest, man.
Although Lucius is the furthest from having had a bad life.
Yeah.
He really did have everything.
Yeah.
And he is really fucking rich and everything. He's just petty.
Yeah. But I don't want to disclose that. Like, I'm just saying. I mean, I have to have a sire, right? It's nothing like too... It's not too much information, that.
I
Yeah, true.
suppose, yes. Though you was mortal once, as were we all.
Okay,
What was it
Raziel.
like back then?
Don't you start fucking reciting Zoe over here. This is not the time.
We're all mortal ones.
Like, I'm pretty certain that will be 7 years from now. Possibly. I can't remember when that fucking game came out. But, yes, anyway. So, I extend my hand. Your word?
Of course. Outreach my hand to hold his.
Oh, you have such big hands. Anyway, shall we go to our fine, strapping entourage that we have?
Yes, I believe my darling dearest is concerned for me spending too long away from her.
We go
I wonder
by the
why.
group.
Walter,
Hmm.
have you figured out what you would like from me concerning your, by the way?
Not as of yet. Are you worried?
No.
You don't like owing favors, do you?
I don't like
Yes.
communicating with kindred society at large, but I'm pretty sure you know.
Well, I owe a boon myself, as you may know.
Yeah, we both owe that boon
Hmm.
together.
Let's owe a boon to Bob and make it foursome. Hey, we could owe a boon to Steve and make it a fucking fivesome, I guess.
Is that an actual offer?
It could be. It could be, baby. Anyway. So,
For my boon, would you perhaps teach me some of your disciplines?
if I actually have a boon to you, possibly.
Oh, I thought you offered me one. I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't offering. That was you that wanted me to offer. But again, it may happen. We have no idea. I owe one to John. I wasn't expecting that, especially, yes, with the proceedings we had last night.
I thought most of that was paid off in him giving you a proper twatting in the face, though.
You would think. But I don't think John is quite content with that, are you, John?
Well, if I remember your words, you agreed to owe me. Then
Yeah.
you said it was okay for me to also punch you.
Yes. Plus, you have my word on what we were mentioning the last night. Just please don't fucking hit me again. 'Cause that hurts.
Yeah? And
Yes.
for some reason, you find it in your worst interest to make me punch you.
True. But I guess I've just been in the club life a bit too much.
He's not a groupie, though, Walter. You can't be doing shit like that to him.
Walter,
Well,
for my boon, would you like me to teach you etiquette?
I have etiquette, but obviously not enough of it.
Do you choose not to use it sometimes?
Possibly. I don't know, I quite sometimes... just... sometimes getting the feel of, having people very displeased can be a bit of a turn on at times, I'll be honest.
Well, if you ever want to get a feel of me, you're most definitely welcome, just not the company of literally everyone.
Are you flirting with me, Edith?
I don't know, am I?
Possibly.
And possibly.
I'm getting flashbacks to Elise again.
What?
The Elise thing with the possibly.
Oh.
Well, that's quite the statement you made there. Anyway, should we be off to the next telephone?
Yes, we shall.
And maybe we should inquire as to which books Rosa bought.
That is a good point, Bob. Would you like to do the honors?
I do not know. He seems to be rather engaged in smoking his pipe.
I mean, I'm pretty certain you can persuade him to listen to you.
I think. maybe, perhaps it is possible, yes.
I then entrust this to you.
I do so thusly.
Thank you, my darling.
Storyteller!
All I heard was "I do."
And now I pronounce you.
Whom did I just marry?
I do.
Bob and Walter to be officially married.
Are you an anointed priest, Another? John?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. I was a priest in the army.
Ah.
So
Hmm.
yes, I can marry you.
Does that mean we now have to call your father John?
Yeah.
Well, you can call me Father John as long as you don't call me Daddy John.
I feel
They both
we.
mean the same thing, though.
I feel like we've had quite enough of the daddy recently, haven't we?
Fizzlebob was asking which books Rosa bought.
Yeah, but he didn't actually ask. He just said "I do."
Yeah. Sorry. Excuse me, sir. Actually, I don't think I've asked your name yet. I'm very sorry. Would you please
Hey,
still call me?
yes, You want to know my name? All right. My name's Keith. If you want my full name, it's Keith Michael.
Very much, Mr. Michael. Could you, if that were possible, tell us about the Joseph Adelberg books that the red-haired lady in the Victorian dress bought?
Right. She bought 3. She actually bought 4 books in total. The
Oh,
3 Joseph Adelberg books that she bought was Talisman Parts 1 and 2. Not sure why that required a 2-parter, but the next one was High Egypt, and the last one was a book called Ruins of Enoch. And let's see, the author for that book was. Give me just a moment to look it up. I don't catalog things properly. We just get things in and then I just sell them.
In the meantime, Merta, maybe a book on ciphers?
Do they have a book on ciphers?
What was the second one again?
High Egypt, I think. Oh no,
Mhm.
Talismans.
Talisman
Yeah.
Part 1 and 2 and High Egypt. I'm keeping notes too.
Same.
I'm looking for the name of that other author. I've got it written down here somewhere.
Did you mention Avonak's Treasures as well?
No, Ruins of Enoch, and that's by the other author.
Right, okay, fuck that one then.
Yes, it says, right, yes, here we go. The book written by Carl Ian Nedry. Not really sure about that name. I've not really come across it often. I believe that was the only book by that particular author, but she gravitated to it the moment she was in here, and she picked it up and said that this looks like it could be a fun read.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse
why
me, would you also have anything on ciphers?
Ciphers? No, this isn't it's not that kind of a shop. If you want that kind of thing, you should probably go to a mystery bookstore.
Wonder why she bought Ruins of Enoch.
Was that the only copy you had?
Yes, that was the only copy we had. We don't get many big names here. Most of what is here are very old books. But I believe that most of Adelberg's books are about 50 or so years old. But this one by this Carl Ian Nedry, I'd never even heard of it before. And there was not much description about the author. It was a very plain looking book.
Have you read any of those books yourself?
No, I have not read these books myself. Not really into the whole strange fantasy thing. Mostly like curios and things like that. If someone comes in with something interesting, I offer to, take it off their hands.
I go up to Edith and I ask, do you know about this possible ruins of Enoch and why she may have gravitated towards this?
Will you two stop fighting?
We're not
I
fighting,
assumed he's
tiny
talking to cats, not
storyteller.
to us.
Shush, fine.
We're getting along.
Have I ever heard that the book that's missing from the library is Enoch's treasures?
I don't know
What?
if
No,
they told you
that wasn't a question.
Yeah.
Actually, that wasn't the question, because this book was called Ruins of Enoch.
Yeah,
But you do know that the book that was supposed to be in the library was of Enoch's treasures, but
it's
you
because
didn't get it.
Enoch.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I try and figure out if Edith might know about Rosa?
She did tell us she knows.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
We did
She
talk
was,
about her.
Yes.
Walter,
Yes?
one of the books that I do not own from Joseph Adelberg is Enoch's Treasures. Rosa bought Ruins of Enoch.
Yes.
Enoch. Why do you
And
think she might have bought it?
I'm wondering that myself. By the way,
Well, Enoch appears often in Sabbat mythology, I would think. This is very... It's basic Book of Knot stuff, you know.
I'm wondering, can I ask where you met Rosa?
My bookstore.
Did she frequent it often, if I may ask?
Once in a while.
Huh. Interesting.
I mean, once again, Rosa has been here for a while, and she saw me alive, and she saw me dead, and I don't think that she ever realized that I was dead.
Yes. Well, I would much rather know as to why she may be acquiring these books myself, because
Well, I know why I have an interest in them, but I do not think that the reason why I have an interest in them overlays with why Rosa might.
I'm wondering if it could actually correlate, actually.
That's what.
Well, it's not the kind of information that unfortunately I would really
I know.
trust you with unless... Let's leave it at that.
Yes, I know, prying. I know, I get it. I really do. Just curious. Why would she do this? Without a reason.
Do like to ponder this question as we find a delightful payphone instead.
I would. I thought maybe we would be already off.
Yes. Yes, we should be. We're definitely walking by now.
Yeah.
So should we look for one around here or just drive?
Look for one around here.
Yeah, where would one be, actually?
There would be a payphone On the wait a minute, is this even the right? Oh,
Well, should a few of us wait with the car just in case it doesn't get stolen?
Okay, I'll do so.
Would you like to wait with the car as well, Steve? Or
Yeah, I'll wait in the car.
okay, because
So,
otherwise it might look a bit weird with just 5 of us all going to a fucking payphone.
so now it's me, Walter, with John tagging
John.
along.
Yep.
Before you go, what strategy will you employ for this person that you get on the other end of the phone to actually, give you any information?
I
I
trust
guess we'll.
Walter is very flirtatious and hypnotic over here. I'm pretty sure he's gonna handle it.
Perfect.
You
I
probably
love
will.
when I'm the one that's being used. That sounded dirty.
Yeah, there we
That
go.
sounded
So-
sinister.
yeah, it's still counted as Church Street. So yeah, if you went around the corner, you'd see that Church Street continues into like an area where no vehicles are allowed. It's just like a large paved area. There's several payphones running down the length of it. There's lots of shops, several people there. Yeah, you found a payphone.
Okay. And now, John, you or me? Should I do it or you?
You do it.
Okay. Then I look in the phone book and look up the place that we're going to call and type in the number.
I believe Keith gave us the number, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
it's on- it was
yes,
on-
he did.
It was on the card. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
is a
how it
very funny number. The number is very strange.
666 Satan loves me.
Now, it's
It's a foreign number.
So when you're dialing in the number, even you yourself feel like this number is weird and can't possibly be real. It says 0161 010 1101.
Hmm.
So you put the number in, not expecting it to even go through, but it starts ringing. And it rings for about a minute before it's answered, and on the other side you hear a woman say, "Yes, hello, this is Reynolds Publishing. Who am I to be speaking to?"
Oh, I am Walter Wagner, and I would like to. Oh, fuck, my head has gone. We're inquiring about the books, aren't we? The
Yeah.
Evenat's treasures
He,
and shit.
he did. No.
Yeah.
No.
My
Resting
head is on it
beneath.
now. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yes, my name is Walter Wagner, and I would like to inquire about a certain purchase from a Mr. Reynolds, if it would be possible.
Mr. Reynolds himself purchased the book. Are you a representative of another company?
More.
Yes, we would like to
yeah.
acquire the publishing rights in foreign markets like the USA.
You're not
also
here!
Wait, you're not here, yeah.
I
You're
know.
not-
I'm sorry. I'm thinking really hard in the car about what I would have said.
You know.
Fucking
Should I have just wrote
banker
Bob?
over here. Fucking Bob with his fucking telepathy.
Yeah, should I have just brought Bob? Just Bob, come here.
You can't do it in hindsight. You fucking said you were gonna do this, so you're gonna do it.
That's why I wanted to talk about it first. It's fine. Everything's
I
fine.
know they fuck everything up, don't they? So yeah, forget what you just heard
Yeah.
because you didn't hear it.
Oh, what was the question again? Because
Okay, so focus, Zev, out of character. Do you know which fucking book did the guy buy?
Yes.
yeah,
What was the
Resting
book?
Beneath.
Resting beneath.
Okay.
And he asked you whether you were from a different publishing company.
Yeah, she asked if you're
Yeah.
from another company. Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. We are from another branch of another company.
Can I ask which company?
I'm trying to think what companies were around at that point,
Just
so I could like bullshit her.
Walter, I have
Yeah.
a bookstore.
Yeah, but I can't fucking remember it.
Yeah, but in character you would, so you can just ask.
Yes.
What was your bookstore again?
I think it's
You
really
don't need
hard.
to ask in character. You can ask out of character.
Well, fine.
It was Oxley's Oxford Street Occult Oddities.
Yes, it was Oxley's Oxford Street. Fucking hell, that's a really awkward name. It was Oxley's Oxford Street Occult Oddities. There's so many O's.
Are you sure that's a publishing company? I've never heard of that.
It's a bookstore.
Oh, you're calling on behalf of a bookstore. So
Yes.
Mr. Reynolds popped by your bookstore and purchased one of your books.
It was more.
Or have you published a book through us?
It was more. He purchased a book from a reputable person of significance to us, actually.
When was this purchase made, and who did he buy it from?
It was
Was
on.
Was it the rights to a book?
I'm not so certain myself. But I know it was on Monday.
He just
Okay,
was just
so-
staring at you fucking up the phone call.
Again,
Yeah,
I asked.
I have no records of Mr. Reynolds having made any deals on Monday. So was this a private purchase? Was it so where was this purchase made?
Walter, may I have the phone?
Yeah, sure.
I am so
hand it
sorry here. My representative apparently gets extra confused when it comes to books.
My brain is fried. It's too late.
So are you Miss Oxley then?
Yes, I am Miss Oxley, and I am trying to get a collection by a particular author. In fact, if you have any books by him, that would be of great help as well. Joseph Adelberg? I'm not too sure. Would you have any books of it? You see, God damn it, what was that guy's name?
Was it Cal Nedry or something like that? Was I?
What are we talking about, Matt? I didn't hear the question.
The guy who we're calling.
I don't think
You're
we're
trying
name.
you want to talk to Martin Reynolds.
Oh yeah. I went through my notes. My brain is also extra fried. Yes, Martin Reynolds purchased a book by this author, and they are of significant importance to me. I was wondering, maybe he would consider reselling the book to me at a higher price point, or if he knew of any extra copies from said author.
You're calling to discuss a private purchase made by Mr. Reynolds while he was on his off hours, is what you're
Yes.
telling me.
It is of utmost importance. I did not know how to otherwise reach Martin Reynolds.
Well, this particular author's name, we did not publish any books by this particular author. I do not know why Mr. Reynolds would have purchased it. I could just pass on a message to Mr. Reynolds. Would there be a specific place that you would be able to, or time that you would be able to take a call? Do you have a private number? In fact, where are you calling from now? That would make it a little easier.
We're calling from a payphone just outside the bookstore that Mr. Reynolds purchased a book from previously. I am normally available in my bookshop. I could take a phone call. If I knew that it was incoming, I could do it in the next couple of hours today, or otherwise tomorrow evening.
So you're at a bookshop that he made the purchase on Monday,
Yes.
and you want me to pass on the message that you wish to discuss purchasing the book from him because it's of importance to you.
Or
Yes.
making a copy.
Right. I will get all this information down. He is currently in office, so if you would wait there for about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, I might be able to. If you call me back in 10 minutes, I should have his response by that time.
Thank you so much. I will do just that. I hang up.
My
Um,
apologies.
well, Walter, it appears we're standing here for 10 more minutes.
My apologies for that. I can't think with my dick half off. I seem to think through it.
Would it help you if I ripped it off all the way?
No, it
Walter.
wouldn't. That would make it worse.
Walter,
Anyway.
if you're gonna continue mentioning your dick in front of me, I am just gonna assume that you're full on hitting me on me, and that maybe we should find a more private corner.
Just so you know, he talks about his dick to everyone.
Is that what you are getting from this? I mean, it quite hurts at the moment. Did you not see earlier?
Well, I have never met a person that loves to discuss his body parts as much as you do.
Well,
Anyway, guys, what did she tell us about the book?
She told us that Martin Reynolds will tell us when he is going to talk with us in about 10 minutes, hence why we are waiting around this payphone and calling again.
the storyteller, is my dick healed now? Because maybe I can't use it as an excuse anymore.
Yeah, your dick's fairly healed now.
Okay. Feels like a weight has lifted off my shoulders.
Or in this case, off your crotch.
Yes. See, he gets it, and I can't even fucking hear him. So, what do we do in the next 10 minutes?
Well, do you have any offers?
Are you flirting with me?
Again.
Yes.
Perhaps. Do you think I am flirting with you?
Possibly.
Well, then possibly.
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 Possibility for you two to shut the fuck up.
No, John. But, this is not the kind of offer that I have next to a payphone usually. And this is me we're talking about.
Well, you wanted to spend some time.
Did I?
Well, you asked me what are we doing for the next 10 minutes.
Well, but John's here too.
Yeah,
Have you
thank you for
forgotten
pointing that
John?
fuck out.
So, Mr. Lennon, I've been meaning to ask, what can you tell me about the state of the art that are computers right now?
This is best.
Well, there's still some development going on with them. There's talks about operating systems and how they'll eventually become the new thing, so we don't have to type out command prompts in order to search for things. And there's still the development of the internet as well as a whole. So far, all we can really do with it is email and. Well,
Internet's not publicly available yet!
You can't even email.
But you can bullshit me, you know? I know nothing.
But do you
oh,
work in a military base?
They're using transistors now? I thought they were still on vacuum tubes. Oh.
Bob, they told you about the internet in the Camarilla.
Yeah. not in the cellars of Vienna.
So, Walter, I suppose we
Yeah.
could spend some time chatting, couldn't we? Would it offend you if I asked you your age?
My actual age or the age that I appear?
Can disclose both if you want to.
Well, I don't think that would be much of an issue. My age is... Well, when I was turned at 26. And I'm 71.
So, both older and younger than me. Delightful.
Why, when were you turned?
In my early 30s. I lose count of it quite often, but I'm about 49 now.
I would never have thought that.
Why? Do I look younger or older?
Well, you definitely look younger than that.
Oh, thank you.
Not older. But yes. I don't know what to say to that.
That is just John like raising his eyebrow there.
Have you got your bubble wrap out?
No, he just realized something when you guys told the age you're of.
Bubble wrap.
What did you realize?
He's older than the two of you.
He's just there like, God, I'm old.
And John, I don't think you've ever disclosed yours.
Yeah, I didn't.
Would you be willing? That sounds like a fucking koan if I've ever heard it. Jesus.
I don't see why not. Which one do you want?
Why not both?
Yes.
35.
Your age when you were turned, or
Yes.
your age now? Oh. Again, you look so much younger. How
Well,
about your
you have
age
some
now?
dicks to your face and you may look just as well.
Did you just say put some dicks to your face and you would look younger?
Avoid the dicks to your face.
Oh. I mean, that definitely didn't make you
Avoid
look
them.
older.
As for my age, I'm 98.
Oh.
Oh.
So you are definitely one who has seen some stuff.
As I said,
What kind of stuff have you seen, you saucy little minx?
I'm suddenly not wanting to talk.
No, John.
Well, Walter, I could
Yes?
repeat this question back at you. What kind of stuff have you seen, you saucy little minx?
Oh, you really don't want to know. But
Oh,
I've seen some crazy shit. Let's just say that.
Recall your craziest story.
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with my art.
No, I'm not much of an art scene.
Ah,
There's nothing amazing, don't worry. Seen it.
how droll, but John is kind of right. Let's just say a lot of those artworks are inspired by certain scenes I may have been privy to.
He's been dreaming about.
Alright,
Yes,
as I have never seen your artwork, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Don't
Well,
worry, Dead Roy.
Let's just say I'm more into the dark kind of way of life sometimes.
Oh, how dark are we
Gee.
speaking for? You're speaking about a secretive occultist here. You believe I haven't seen my fair share of dark?
I mean, we are all vampires here.
Yes. But let's just say there's a lot of gruesome imagery, like blood. A lot of blood. A lot of possible, just nice kind of sliced up certain kind of imagery.
Is it your blood, Walter?
See, that would be too easy. But
Oh,
no, it
oh.
isn't.
I almost thought you wouldn't give me that information.
Hmm?
He does not hold back.
Yes.
Yes.
But I've seen some crazy shit. But I'll leave it at that. Though we're all sharing. How about you? Have you seen some crazy shit?
Oh, I've seen plenty of shit.
Do tell.
Fortunately, I cannot.
That's a shame. What a rotten way to die.
Oh, it would definitely be a very rotten way to die.
Interesting.
Yeah, but what's that computer system for?
Windows 5.
The whole
Okay.
blue face for an interface.
Slow down. Okay.
Slow down. Why don't you try getting a job?
My vision is augmented.
Could we say there's been a lot of corpses?
Oof.
I mean, you know about mine.
Walter, if you say that your paintings are reality inspired, I do not have the privy of knowledge of whether or not those corpses were your caused or not.
See, that'd be too easy. What would you think?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what kind of individual I'm dealing with. Maybe you enjoy killing for pleasure.
Why does it sound like you enjoy that?
Oh, I don't. I am not. I'm not that, I can assure you.
Interesting.
I just cannot disclose what I am.
That's fine. That's fine. Like, we're all kind of friends here, I'd imagine. I mean, John is being very, very silent right now.
I'm just listening, don't mind me.
I mean, we can be more than friends if you.
You definitely are flirting with me.
Possibly.
Are you trying to take my my quotes?
No.
I thought you were going to say possibly.
Is this normally the kind of thing that you say?
I just need to say, guys, this is possibly the worst attempt at flirting I've ever saw.
Yeah. Like, my character seems so oblivious. So, are you flirting with me? Just, like if someone was splayed out like fucking spread eagle and I'm like, are you flirting with me?
I just assumed that's your way of flirting back, but
Oh, your clothes appear to have fallen off.
Are you flirting with me? Oh, you seem to be taking off mine. Are you flirting with me?
But I wasn't. I'm not particularly warm.
Well, I didn't need those anyway.
Wait, what are you doing with the street lamp?
Why are you dancing?
I'm going to stick this up your ass.
and then Walter just goes, "Are you flirting with me?"
But we do seem to be out in the open for you to be flirting with me like this. You do realize that, right?
I didn't realize that
You didn't?
flirting had to be hidden.
I mean, sometimes. It depends on the kind.
I mean, we're just standing here wasting a little bit of time. Do you find this flirting to be suspicious?
Ring.
Yeah, it's been well over 10 minutes.
Okay, we can ring the.
No, I think we're waiting for the call, no?
No, you ring back.
Yeah.
We're ringing back, okay.
I was just listening.
Shall we ring back, Walter?
Yes, perhaps we should. I'll just lean against the fucking wall because I'm fucking useless at this at the moment.
Right, I ring back.
I lean
Okay.
within earshot though.
The phone rings only once, and then it's immediately answered. And now a new voice is heard over the phone. Yes, who is this?
Hello, is this Martin Reynolds that I'm speaking with?
Yes, this is me.
It has come to my attention that you're collecting Joseph Adelberg's works.
Where exactly have you heard this?
Oh, I am collecting Joseph Adelberg's works myself, sir, and they are of utmost importance. I don't suppose I could offer you any offers in order to be able to acquire but a mere copy of what you currently own.
That doesn't really answer my question. Where exactly have you heard that I'm collecting these books?
Is this Sundowner?
From a lovely gentleman called Keith.
I see. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, lady. I'm not collecting the books. I was picking them up for a client.
Would your client like more books?
Mm.
Why, yes, you have books to part with.
I have books that I could potentially copy in exchange for the copy of your client's books. It's a fair trade, isn't it?
Now, my client, he was very specific. He wanted original prints.
I am less specific and I would settle for a copy. Either way, I would definitely like to talk to your client, for I have 2 original prints.
Can I use an ability to, like, listen?
I mean, you're right there. I'm pretty sure you can hear.
I'm against the
sharp
wall.
enough to. Nothing stops you from getting up and listening.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Roll
the phone is too
perception.
early. Okay. Because the phone is too
Difficulty-
early.
Difficulty 7.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to look less artsy and cool leaning there against the wall, you could be like pressing your ear next to the earphone.
Yeah, like
wouldn't care.
John is just hovering over her and listening.
Exactly.
9 and 7.
Okay, yeah, you can hear what's going on over the phone.
Okay.
If you have originals to trade, my client doesn't meet with just anybody. I could send someone round to collect the original. Might take some persuasion to get him to produce a copy for you. I'm not sure if he'd go for it. Perhaps with a little bit of capital, it might make it a little easier.
Well, I am not parting with the books that I have in case I can get something that I am seeking after myself. It's only a fair exchange, is it not?
Who exactly am I speaking with?
Edith Oxley.
Never heard of you. Do you represent any of the big companies?
I represent myself, sir. That's enough.
Ah, so you don't want to give away too much. That's smart. Well, I don't know much about my client either. He's a very enigmatic sort. Again, I won't be able to help you unless you were willing to put forth some capital and a promise that you would be able to supply the originals.
I look at
I
Walter and I go, do we have any
Yeah.
money that we can offer?
I whisper price.
I have an associate that could potentially provide capital if you could put forth a price.
Let's see. My client won't go for this easily. Perhaps figure in the range of around 200K ought to do it.
I look
That's a
at
bit-
Walter.
Isn't that a bit out of my price range? Because I've only got resource 2.
Roll your resources, difficulty 9.
So in the woods. Yeah. Okay, so that's 2 dice.
You could always ask the prince or
9.
drop his name.
1.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
So far away.
Yeah, you just shake your head at Edith.
Fuck no.
This is out of our price range, but I have Able and the Lost and Foundations. If your client is interested and is willing to speak about acquiring said works.
I'll have to speak with the client.
I do have a public phone number that one can ring.
And if I look up your name, I would find your number, right?
I'm pretty sure you're gonna find my business.
Right. Any particular time you have a secretary that can answer on your behalf?
When I receive work hours.
Chief.
Me?
You are the secretary, I guess.
I normally do not answer before evenings, but any evening shall be fine.
Right. So you're calling from... I don't think you're calling from your shop. I hear background noise.
Oh, no. Currently, I am calling from a undisclosed location.
I see. So, you've just now discovered that I purchased a book from our good associate Keith. That means you, right now, are probably still there.
Why, sir, are you trying to threaten me?
No, I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying this is what I'm going to tell my client. What he decides to do is his own business. I'm just saying that it wouldn't be very clever to call from the location.
All right. Thank you.
You just hang up on him.
No, I wait for him to say anything else.
So is that all, Miss Oxley? You
Yes.
just want me to ask my client?
Yes.
And your books, they are originals, yes?
Yes.
You're sure about that?
Yes.
Not a reprint, an original.
Yes.
The real deal.
Yes.
How sure are you?
100%.
100%. Good. Very good. Well then, Miss Oxley, I imagine we will be in contact again soon. Hopefully, the transaction can go smoothly. And if my client is feeling charitable, let's put it that way, since you're offering no capital, then maybe you will walk away with some copies. I assume you've already made copies of the originals.
Yes.
Good. Very good. Now, the time of contact. You will be in your office sometime. When will you be in the office this week?
I have a little trip to take, otherwise, I would assume tomorrow 10 p.m. and onwards.
Tomorrow, 10 p.m. and onwards.
Yes.
Very well. We'll make that a date. And one more thing. This might seem like prying. Excuse me. But why exactly are you looking for these books?
Private reason.
Private reasons, huh? You and a few others. But you're the first that's come to me saying that you actually have originals.
Well,
Another question,
Yes.
if I might just indulge myself a little here. How did you come across these originals?
Friends.
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 That's it, huh? Just friends.
Friends that have
You're not
gone missing.
You're not going to give me anything to work with here. I am trying to help you out, lady.
Oh, I am aware, but we're dealing with dangerous waters here, Martin Reynolds.
Dangerous waters. We're only dealing with a few books.
Oh.
If your friends are my friends, then it would be very easy for me to, get a reference, as it were.
May seem like a few books, but it's few books that are getting friends misplaced and missing. Mr. Reynolds, thread carefully yourself.
Oh, that's very interesting. See, I don't know anything about these books. I was simply told to find them and deliver them for a decent price. Is there anything in particular about these books I should know?
John shakes his head.
No.
Well, that's fine. I suppose the little less I know, the better. Very well. I will be in contact with you sometime tomorrow.
Thank you. I give John a thumbs up for that. Thanks, John. Before we head to, I put down the phone, by the way. Before we head to the next.
No goodbye. No, I love you.
No goodbye. No, I love you. Just dong.
Well, first
This
thing
is
that John
over.
asks you, did you make the copies?
No, I was gonna say that, having in mind that I just gave away the location of my business, we should probably go there and pick up the books and have them on our person. For I have a feeling.
That was my next point.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that my bookshop may set on fire the next day.
I don't like this one bit.
I think we should avoid the location of your bookstore for the time being.
I agree. So let's just pop in there, take the books, and leave for the next bookstore.
Yes.
I mean, if needs be, I have an apartment that could probably accommodate for the time being while we're keeping away from the bookstore.
I would offer my domain, but it is
Wouldn't be
not
safe for them.
most welcome for strangers.
Walter, if you're offering me your bed, I would take it.
Oh, fucking hell.
Is that in character or out of character?
You can't do. I don't believe you. You asked Walter.
I don't know, like,
You don't know if you're Walter.
the voice, because I'm trying to, like, discern if you would, whatever.
If you were messing or not.
Yeah. That
Fuck me,
is
your
quite.
brain is shot.
It really is. It's late, man. And that's quite the forward way of thinking. I'm usually quite into the forward way of thinking. Maybe I still am. But, yes, I think it might be a good idea to get those books, because I don't like the idea of that price that he was,
We can
asking.
talk and move, so let's do
Yes, let's get out of here fast because he said that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we get to the car? Because we can get there faster with that.
Yeah, run to the car and just yell for Bob, drive!
And in the car, I say,
I mean, unless they're in the front seat, John would get in and drive.
yeah.
Yes.
I say to you, like, why would anyone ask for that price for just normal books? That's a steep price.
Walter, they're not normal books.
I know, but he doesn't know that.
Seeing as we often work by proxies, I wouldn't be surprised if the person we talked with was another proxy for someone.
I'm just wondering who his client is. If they're throwing around money like that.
I hope that we're already driving.
Yeah, I'd
More or
imagine,
less,
yeah.
I would assume. Yeah.
We quickly sum up the events to both Bob and Steve of Steve, grab some clothes, we're grabbing the books, the bookstore is likely to be torched in the next day.
Steve?
Great.
Steve,
Why the next
Yes.
day?
it's probably a good idea to leave the computer.
No, not the computer.
Anything but that.
Steve, we need to think logically with this one. There's a good
Let that
chance.
thing out of my house.
There's a good chance that if we don't move it, we might be killed. Would you rather have that or your computer? Yes, no?
Fine.
How long is it to my bookstore by car?
About 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, we're speeding.
Are you?
Yes.
Are we?
Well, we'll
Well,
try and not be noticed, but yeah, we'll drive a little faster than
Basically
usual.
blitzing it across the bleeding roads.
I mean,
Yeah.
if there's nobody in sight and there's a chance of us not aggroing the police, then yeah, we should move as fast as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. If you're taking the carriageway and you need to get there in less time than that, let's say you wanted to get there in about how long?
As fast as possible.
We're just hurrying up, so it's not like we have a particular time we're aiming. We're just trying to get there faster than the 25 minutes he quoted us.
Okay, how much faster? That's the question.
Enough not to bring attention to us.
All right, don't tell me that. You got to tell me how fast you want to go. I decided that's going to draw attention.
Well, what would be not bringing attention speed during that age?
Good question. You're basically saying you want to go faster than the speed limit. You're going to get fucking attention regardless.
By 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, by 5 minutes.
A radar control usually you
I don't
can
think I
usually
could-
go up 10% faster than the limit without it picking you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means you get there 2 minutes fast.
Let's
Did you
aim
have
for
even
5.
a radar control at that each.
Let's
Yeah.
That's-
live spicy.
So, let's say an herb is driving, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me a wits plus drive roll.
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
6.
Alternatively, I would have just handed the keys to Walter and say celerity it.
I can't drive.
can't
I have no
drive.
drive. Yeah.
8, 7, 9, 5.
New follower.
Okay, you did it really well. You got there in 17 minutes.
Woo!
That's not bad.
Right, Edith. Where are these books?
Okay, I literally unlock and I run and I grab the books off the launch.
Okay.
Just cleaning the cat litter.
Stevie? Clothes?
Yeah, I grab some of my
Yeah.
own clothes as well.
I go over to the bedroom and start gathering up whatever clothes I had. Luckily, it was all in bin bags to begin with, so it made it easier to shift them.
Toss me one of those. I'll
Yeah.
throw it in the boot.
While they do that, I would say that John would stay by the car, and by stay by the car, he would look around for any nearby animals and would attempt to put them on watch over the store, so they could report to him what would, if anything happened.
I definitely have some boxes, so I'm gonna put the books into a box and then put that box into a box and then put that box into a box and then carry that out like that.
Fucking hell, is it past the parcel for you? Jesus.
How many boxes do you have? Because I could help you with a few.
I mean, that's 3 boxes. I'm hoping that if somebody's like looking for these books and they go, oh, there's a box inside this car, they will open the box and go, oh, there's another box, and then maybe they will lose interest before they get the books.
Usually that doesn't work like that.
Well, it depends if we want to have them on our person or do we want to have them in the safe place, because John's place is pretty safe from other kindred, I guess.
I'm not
But I-
entirely sure that I would trust John not to just hand these to the prince and call it a day.
Yeah, that's true.
I would trust Walter not to do that.
I mean, to be fair, you just need to keep the copies, right?
We haven't made copies yet.
Yeah, but is there a place where we could do copies at this time of night?
Library.
Would it be
Library,
open?
would it be open though?
Do you
Well-
mean the Camarilla-owned library that is looking for these books?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
I don't
true.
think you would like to use that particular one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chris-
hey guys, we're just stopping by. We found with the books you are looking for. We are looking for. We're just going to make copies. Don't mind us. We're out. No, we didn't still find them. Okay.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
we
sorry.
haven't found them yet. We're still
Then
looking
what-
for them.
What was this? Oh, nothing.
It's just a book by, Jesus Saddleberg?
Jesus, Saddleback.
Yes, the famous Saddleberg brothers.
So yeah, I help you with a few of the boxes with what you're doing.
All of my clothes are eventually packed into the boot.
I suppose we really should get out of here. I
Yes.
don't like the idea of that tone that he was given.
Oh, how much was he asking for?
200,000.
Okay,
Mhm.
that was a bit too much out of my price range.
200,000 and the books that we currently have.
I mean,
Not
to
even
my
with
understanding,
mine.
that was just like insurance.
Yes.
Not even mine or even Walter's, if we combined ours together, would be able to afford that.
I mean, I could possibly afford it, but again, with just going off word. I'm not comfortable with that.
I don't think you could even get favors from who you belong to either to try and cover that.
I don't
I
think the prince
mean-
would be happy in general with me asking for that much.
Steve, I don't think that the water belongs to the prince.
Yes.
Just a statement.
I mean, I wish I did, but that's neither here nor there.
It could belong to me,
The overall
Walter.
governing body that the prince has reside over.
Look, if you keep flirting with me, I think something's going to happen.
So, would large sums of conjured up gold help?
If you could fucking conjure that, that would be
Ow, ow.
interesting, but...
Please, for God's sake, make sure that it's gold and not lead.
I would
Well.
say, in theory, we could ask Bob to make the copies of the book, but seeing his performance this far, I don't think the
why
copies would be accurate.
That's
Bob,
why I'm saying, like, make sure that it's gold that he's making and not lead.
Plus, we
actually,
don't want him to frenzy.
Bob.
Yeah.
As this man is looking for an original book, do you think you could forge a copy that's convincing enough with your magic? I mean, you have seen Foundations yesterday.
I have. I did not check if it was an original copy.
Oh, that is perfectly fine. We're just trying to trick this man.
Yes, fuck this guy.
Yeah,
Well,
we never
whatever
met
I'm-
him or know what he want to do. So
Well, whatever I make will be very generic. So I could reproduce that exact book, or I would have to have seen an actual original to do such a fine tuning. That's not usually within my capabilities.
Bob,
Yes.
how are you feeling with your blood right now?
Pardon?
How are you feeling with your blood right now?
Are you hungry,
Oh,
Bob?
I'm just a little
Yes.
bit peckish.
A little?
A
How much
little.
will you be after this? That's what I'm worried about.
After the one book, I'll be fine.
Okay, if we have your word on that.
If we have your word, Bob, then could you please make an attempt?
I shall try.
Thank you.
It
Will-
would help if I could have the book in hand as a reference material.
That would help.
I do hand him Foundations.
I shall attempt to conjure a copy.
Storyteller!
Give me a sec.
I think a book has many moving parts, so it's a complex conjuring.
I mean, you're trying to remember like
I wouldn't
hundreds of
say it's a
pages.
complex. Like I think moving parts apply to like guns and stuff, not
Yeah.
books.
I mean, it's just a tight pieces of paper, but that is a lot of paper with a lot of words on it.
I mean, it's got like multiple
Got
different types
string
of
and
paper.
glue.
Yeah, and or metal staples or whatever binders. It's got stuff in it,
Hardback and shit.
Let's have a look. See, it wouldn't be too complex. I would say it doesn't require magic of the smith.
Okay.
But in order to make a legitimate copy, or at least as best as you can, would require intelligence plus occult roll difficulty 8.
Let me botch this.
Do it! Not to botch the roll. So
That
then,
is actually 2 successes.
Yeah, it look at first glance it looks identical. Upon close examination, it is different. It's not. All the contents are the same. Like all the words are right, but there's something off about it.
I noticed that though.
Let's see. You give me another intelligence and occult roll. Difficulty 6.
It'll be good enough to trick them at first glance, wouldn't it?
That's 5
Possibly.
successes.
Yeah, you can tell. There's definitely something weird about it. Like your copy is perfect.
Yeah, it's
But
probably not
the-
aged really, and stuff.
Yeah, it seems newer, and the ink is different, and the material isn't quite right. Like yours is definitely made of like normal paper and whatnot, but the original book is not an ordinary book.
Right. So it's not perfect, but its contents are the same. So, Miss Oxley, do you think this could fool anyone, or do we keep this one?
Biggie, no.
No, Vicky, no.
He's like, let me just stand on your keyboard.
Considering
type shit.
that you made a copy using ink and paper, right?
Yes.
What do you reckon the original's made out of?
And to
Vellum, maybe?
I feel
Sorry?
like we should try to attempt to keep on to the original for as long as we can, because if you made an identical copy, but it is not identical,
I mean, he did not say that to us, or did he?
I mean, I am currently touching the books, I would probably
Yeah.
at least notice that there's a paper difference.
Or he had to do int check for that, so that's why I was
Yeah,
just
so
wondering.
yeah, you Murty, you'd have to do it too.
Okay,
Intelligence and
and
occult. Difficulty 6.
I think it would be good enough to at least fool them.
Yeah, I hope. Like, as far as John is concerned, they are identical.
successes.
Yeah, it's definitely different. You don't know what the original is made with, but you know it's not ordinary, paper that you'd find in the average, book. Perhaps made with a different tree or something. But you do think that perhaps if they've never seen the original book, they won't know the difference.
Bob, if they never see the original, they might not be able to tell.
But who could tell us what the actual book is made from?
Good question. How
That's
about
Bob,
How about
since
we have a look at it?
Bob, since you are so good at making stuff that you know what it is made from.
Is that what really matters now when we're in a rush?
yes, let's
I mean,
let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Well,
get
the
into
other person wants the originals for some reason. Maybe those reasons are important, maybe they aren't. Maybe they're just a collector. I doubt it.
Then we take the original and leave the copy behind.
Okay, so everyone gets in the car. Edith, go leave the fakes behind.
We have one fake. We're gonna leave it in this store, and we're taking the original.
And Bob can't make the other one.
I can try.
We're bleeding Bob dry.
Also, I believe the other one was not of such great importance.
They're all pretty important, Bob. Bob, do you
I
need
see.
blood?
I could use blood. I could make another book, but after that, I'd certainly need blood.
How
Edith?
much do you need of the blood?
Pardon?
How much of the blood do you need?
Oh, I don't need blood, but just would be nice to have some.
Yes, Walter.
I could not do a third book, is what I'm saying.
Are you trying to do something?
Nothing would happen from one drinkful.
Fine.
I personally prefer living people, though.
Why are you so suspicious, Walter?
No,
I
he's
think that's a pretty normal reaction to a kindred offering blood to another.
Okay, so do I do the other book or don't I?
Out of character, how would that leave you with the blood points?
I have 6 and it would take 3.
Let's
So what
do
will we
another
actually-
book and then try and do a group hunt as we fuck off.
I mean, Steve needs feeding as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Steve is probably on the edge right now.
I've got like how much? Like maybe
You had 3 left, no?
fucking hell, and this really didn't update. Jesus. Uh, think so. Salsa would probably know how much I'd had.
Because I
Did you-
remember Merta drinking from you
I
that
had
time.
I had 4. I took 3. I went back up to 7. He went down to 4. I know because that was like an identical number. If he woke up today, he's at 3. But
Yeah.
at the same time, he drank a granny between there and then.
Yeah.
That was before, no?
No.
No, that was afterwards.
after.
Oh, okay.
Then he drank a granny for 7. So what?
But he only got not like he didn't get 7 out of that,
I'm
right?
pretty sure he got 7. And then he woke up. What? Steve should be fine, I think.
Yeah.
I don't even know, to be honest, how much I've got.
Bloody
Someone, you
hell,
should be
Steve!
noting that in your
Maybe you
sheet.
track.
Yeah, well, as we know, my sheet keeps, for some odd reason, even though I save it, to not update properly.
Well,
so it's
how
like, fucking
about
hell, how can
you-
I keep
you-
up with it?
Paper.
Just put it down in a notepad or something, then Jesus Christ, it's blood points. And then do a save as.
We'll go off the assumption that I have about 5 then.
You gimping yourself then? Because shouldn't it be like a 10? If you've got 3, if you had 3 and then you drank the granny and you got 7. But you woke up, so it'd be 9.
But there is like upper limit of that as well, no? How much you
Yeah.
can have at one point?
It's
That's
a
what-
generational limit, but
For him, it should be 10.
yeah, my max pool is 13. Bloody hell.
Oh no, then he's 12. Sorry.
Fucking hell, like, I'm loaded then.
Yeah, I definitely am not.
I'm okay-ish, but I could do it on. Yeah, you should make another book copy, Bob.
Oh right. Same procedure.
Yes.
Abel and the Lost. I grant you the book.
Again, 2 successes.
Yeah, so it's the same.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just now gonna drop it here. We're gonna pack up them books. We're gonna put them books into the car with us, and we're gonna drive away and hunt on the road.
All right. Road trip.
Right. Now let's have a montage.
Puzzle, you didn't make me roll for the animals.
It was intelligence and animal ken, if I remember right. Or was it charisma?
No, it was manipulation, I think. Let me quickly check. Animal. Manipulation plus animal can.
That was it.
What kind of animals are around? Because that will dictate the difficulty.
Pigeons and there's rats as usual.
I'll go with rats. I have still some cheese to reward them. Manipulation.
These rats were stingy and they were like, they didn't like cheese, they'd prefer
Difficult.
sausage.
Yeah, difficulty 7.
John, did you not bring the biscuits as well?
6, 5.
Need some creme de la Edgar here. Jesus.
2, 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. So what are you saying to them?
To watch the building, and that pretty much just means that if I come back, they would remember if anything strange would happen to the building.
Okay, so they watch the building.
Yeah, to watch the building and people coming there.
Yeah, they watch the building.
Okay.
Oh. Should we get in the car?
Yes,
Yeah, that was way before we that. We're already in the car and on the way.
Alright. Can I
Okay, so
pose-
you're...
I was just going to pose a question to Edith.
Yes.
So, if I was to, let's just say, cut my wrist and say, feed from it, what would you do?
Is that an offer, Walter?
It's more of a question. Because you offered the same thing to Bob.
I might.
You might?
I might.
I'm really not gonna get anything from you, am I?
It takes at least 3 hits to blood bond the kindred, Bob. I mean, Walter.
Except
Yes,
for Bob,
I'm
actually.
Walter.
But like, I'm not quite sure I understand. Like, it doesn't matter how much blood you drink. It's just the fact that you intake it at
Yeah.
3 separate occasions.
But my question is, you'd be one step closer.
One
You do
step
realize.
out of 3.
Hmm?
1 step out of 3.
I would prefer to be no. But, yes,
Well, I'll keep your preferences in mind.
thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. I'm done with my line of question.
The awkward conversation over. Well, I guess the next stop is the actual copy of the book.
Walter, should we just stash these in your apartment?
Is it safe though?
Yes.
Because otherwise
They
we're
wouldn't-
keeping them in your car.
Well, no one would happen to know who you are, would they? I mean, you've mentioned your name, but if you were to stay at my place, you couldn't be seen leaving it. You'd have to, obviously, make sure no one is following you. If we were to stash them at my place.
I mean, I can give you the books, Walter, and you could go and you can stash them.
Yes, but that, like, people know your name. Do you not think that they could possibly get an idea of your likeness too?
I am hard to remember.
Are you sure about that?
Do you remember that wonderful bookseller that led you to my place to be?
So that was you.
I am pretty sure that we had this conversation at 5 a.m. at
Yeah.
the front of my door that day, yes.
I don't remember us having that.
I even showed you the books that I got from there, Walter. Are you quite okay?
But I don't remember you mentioning that it was literally you that did it.
Yeah, but we knew it. We knew it.
Yeah. But we didn't let Edith know that. So we just kind of got a confession in a way.
You accused me of going to that fucking place and buying some books, and I did say
Yeah.
that I did on that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she said, "Yeah, what if I did went and buy the books there? What are you going to do?"
But yeah, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, like I confessed on that same day at 5 a.m. at my own
What do you
doorstep.
then?
I mean,
So
she'd
you have-
quite gladly do so.
So you have that power then?
It's a passive thing.
So if someone to, I don't know, find how you look based off your name, you could easily make them forget.
I can't make them forget, they're just not likely to remember.
Which you just perfectly presented us, Walter.
Yes. I just want to know if my apartment will be fucking burnt down. That's the problem. I quite like it.
Well, it's the question if they will make the connection.
Fine. I suppose we could.
You did talk with the handler for a while, didn't you? I don't remember if you did introduce yourself to him.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I just spoke with the other person. Yeah. Not the Mr. Was
Yeah,
it
but
Michael?
no one spoke with him.
Martin?
We just spoke with that dude.
Yeah. Like, they know not that name. Yeah, I guess
You
they'd
gave-
know anyway.
You gave his secretary your name, I think.
Yeah, so I guess they'd know that. So
Yeah.
Did he give him name? I don't
Yes.
yeah, I did.
Fucking moron.
Hey, you gave your name too.
And home address.
No, I didn't give that.
No, I was talking about her.
Yeah, well, we needed. I mean, I didn't actually give them my address, they're just gonna find
You
it off
do
my name.
realize you could have just said, I'm a private collector and I'm also seeking that book, and I was considering seeing if the mister would be interested in mutual exchange of the...
Potato, maybe you should have taken
No,
the phone call.
I'm too stupid for that, no.
It seems we both fucked up on this one.
Anyway, as it is...
But yeah, I'll stash them, I guess.
I don't know what spot would be the safest right now, but what is the new place prepared for you by the Jonathan? I assume you have one.
I was actually going to do this myself, and I never got around to it. I
Yeah,
also never got around to making that phone call I desperately need to make.
Yes.
In the talk with Jonathan, Jonathan said that he would give him a list of places once he's come up with them, but Bob then said that he also wants to look for a place on his own. So Jonathan will at some point have a list of locations, but it has only been one night.
Okay.
How about we go together to Walter's really fast right now, and I don't know, glue these books on the underneath of your bedroom mattress or something.
What is this, Death Note? But like, like I was just gonna fucking say that, and then you said it, and I was like, oh. Oh. Fine. Yes, we can do that. Onwards with the show, I guess.
Yeah, but copies. Shouldn't we make that first?
I mean, we left the copies inside the bookstore so
Yes.
that if people go and rob it, they find the copies.
Yeah, but in case we want to have the copies and we lose the books, it would be nice to have a backup.
Do you want to drain Bob dry?
I'm not talking about using Bob. Have you heard about the
We
wonders of the new technology called copy machines?
Yes. Have you heard of Time of Close?
Oh yeah. Have you heard about 24 hours places?
Yes. Do you know any?
Storyteller, do I know of any 24 hours copy?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Do you?
Neither do I.
I don't even
That's
want to
in
make
my
you roll
tourist
for that
guide.
because you just wouldn't know.
I don't either.
I like how we're just draining Bob dry. Make more copies.
That said, though, Myrta, you can give me intelligence and academics.
I is of
Fifty
high
six.
intellect, yes. And I have academic knowledge, yes. I is
Yeah.
very smart. Very smart.
If Bob might have to conjure this, maybe you should just feed from me and Edith.
Shit. I am very smart indeed, but this is not what.
Since I apparently have shitloads of blood, shouldn't he be siphoning it off me instead?
No, I don't
Okay.
think
I got
that,
plenty to
I just
spare.
don't.
I mean,
So,
He's
For-
almost alive.
4 irrelevant dice. 3, 5, but then 1, 1, 9, 7, 7.
Okay, one success. You do know of a place where you could have copies of books made, but you know that it's kind of far away. It's over in Liverpool. It is a university where you have visited a few times and you've got friends there. And they will help you out and make copies of books because they've done so for students before. But it will typically take them a short while to do it. So you'd have to leave the books with them.
What about like quick and dirty copies?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna continue using our Tremere.
No, well, fair enough.
I mean, again, if depending on what direction Liverpool is as well, we've got a load of their clothes in the boot of our car. We might just throw them in my apartment. Like,
Yeah, because our Tremere ran out of the red ink, so we need to get new cartridge.
Okay,
I'm sorry, Bob.
Is Liverpool on the way to the other bookstore?
No, it's a bit out of your way.
It's quite a road trip.
Yeah.
Do we wanna
Like a
just...
couple hours.
Do we just wanna force feed our Tremere and keep on using him?
I would say,
Steve.
for the time being, I assume we'll need to feed at some point again.
Yeah.
And at that point, we can make the copies and just skip the originals on us for the time being.
I will say that if you decide to copy the two books that you have together, it will only cost you 3 blood, but the difficulty to do a good copy will be higher.
Yeah.
You see, if we leave the originals here, we are leaving them for this night. Until at least tomorrow, so if anything happens in that span of time.
I was more about taking them with us.
Oh, okay. Do we want to still stop at Walter's apartment so that
You are at Walter's apartment,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Parked up.
so that our blood supply can make a phone call?
You say the nicest things.
That is quite the expression.
I'm terribly sorry for being out of character, but I don't think I'm awake enough to make that phone call right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, can we cut it short right now before we go to the trip? Because I think
Yeah,
I
that's
was
fine.
staying awake.
That's fine. I mean, I'm feeling really shitty today. Actually, just one thing before we end it, just before we stop. Anarba, just you. Give me a perception roll.
Oh, are we being tailed?
Difficulty 8.
Just perception?
Yeah, just perception, difficulty 8.
Okay, that's 4 dice. Throw it one by one. 5, 10,
Nice.
2, 7.
So the 10 counts as 2 successes because it's a sense of smell. So, yeah, you know that at one point, maybe not right now, you can't tell, but at one point you were being followed. But you couldn't tell from where.
When did I realize that?
You realized it shortly after you left your message for the animals. It's when you first got a whiff of something that was with you, and then you realized it again when you were turning onto Whitworth. You were turning near Whitworth Street to get to Seth's place. You smelled it again, but it was only for a couple of brief moments. It wasn't in the car with you.
Is he able to tell whether or not it was friend or foe?
I mean,
He doesn't know
that's
what it is.
Yeah, but can I search for that smell now, where we are?
If you want to try and see if it's still around and pinpoint it, you could do the same roll again at the same difficulty.
3, 1, 8, 7.
Yeah, it's very difficult here because the smell of the canal, the food, the people, the nearby river, everything. It doesn't feel like you're being followed, but it's enough to put you on your toes. You feel uneasy.
I still have my night vision on in case that makes a difference.
Oh, you wouldn't be able to see.
Okay.
This is why it's a sense of smell thing.
Yeah. Where are we currently?
You're in the car park outside Seth's
Okay, so we're
place.
still in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would see me like pull down a window a bit and sniff.
He's doing the Wolverine thing.
Is there something wrong, John?
I just realized something.
What is it?
I think we are being followed.
Really? By what?
No. I know that I sensed the scent at the bookstore, and the other time was where?
It was just as you were turning onto this road.
Yeah. And the
Both
other
times
one
it was for the briefest moments as well.
Yeah.
Perhaps
And
it's
the other-
best.
Does it smell like me?
Does it smell like her?
Give me a give me perception and medicine.
Ooh, I'm good at that.
Yes.
5-2. 5-2.
Oof.
6-7.
Okay, so 2 successes. Yeah, it doesn't smell like Edith. Edith is a very unique smell. But this smelled more like the kind of blasting powder you smelled during your time in the war.
Perhaps
Kind
it's
of blasting powder.
PTSD, perhaps?
What
PTSD, perhaps?
would we like to continue driving and not stop?
yeah.
I would like to get out of the car and check the car for any additions that it wasn't there before.
I'll mention to the. Oh, I'll get out with him, but I'll mention to the others that could be a good idea. I'd rather not them be. I'd rather them not notice that we are currently residing here.
Yeah.
I
Keep the books out of the sight. Walter, eyes, look around. I'm going to check the car.
You spend several minutes checking the car. There don't seem to be any additions. There's no scents on the car. There's no prints that seem out of the ordinary. Nothing seems to have been tampered with.
Okay, no pipe bomb. Okay.
Do you notice anything?
No, everything seems fine, but my hackles are raised. I don't like this. Let's get out of here.
Yes, I agree. We don't want them to know that we are currently resting here. Let's leave, shall we?
Yes, though if they know you, and they could easily check if you live here. So I wouldn't say
Possible.
that's your safe spot anymore,
Hmm.
unless you fancy getting staked in the sleep.
Not my kind of fetish. Should we get on with this then?
Yes,
well, we should definitely.
Yeah,
In fact,
and I will drive out, though I will keep the window open and show my nose.
If we want to like end this cleanly, do we want to like hunt on this day?
I don't think we want to hunt right now when we are being followed.
Yeah.
probably not now. In fact, that would be a good place to end it on as
Cliffhanger.
As we pull out from the parking.
Just for next session's notes, what time is it?
1 o'clock.
Let's see. So you guys
Oh,
woke up at like
yeah.
say 6:30. Then you spent about 30 minutes getting ready. Then you had a drive, which in total took you about 30 minutes because it was 25 minutes travel time. So it's 7:30. And you got out at about what 7:45. Then you had a talk, which was about another 5 minutes. So that would be about 10 to 8. Then you had the phone call. So at about 5 to 8, you finished that, and you waited over 10 minutes to call back. So let's say you call back at 10 past 8, another 5-minute call. So that would be 8:15, and then you say to head back. So 30 minutes for heading back. In fact, 17 minutes travel time. So it's about 25 minutes. So that would have been about 20 to 9. And you're getting ready took you about another 15 minutes because you were making copies and whatnot. So about 5 to 9. Then this travel and doing all the other checks, then it was about another 15 minutes. So it is 10 past 9.
Okay. Not taken.
Yeah.
Only enough we
9
were
on a Friday.
out of safe spots, at least for the rest of.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. They're only going to find all of your safe spots and you're going to be fucking boned. That's what's going to end up happening here, isn't it?
We're
You're
gonna
going to go to the prince and be like, we're being followed. We don't like it.
We're gonna have to motel and hotel it apparently.
I
on my
can't even
resources.
go to the prince, that's the thing.
I know. Yeah, Myrta's double fucked.
Yeah.
She has no
I
fucking
mean,
aim
I
at all.
can't bring them with me to you.
Yeah.
You could definitely go with an Arba and stay with him, but I wouldn't recommend it. Would be difficult, would be dangerous, but I don't think the people following you would go there.
Yeah.
He's also
if we
true.
And if we continued heading towards, say, the lowlands of Scotland, we'd be boned by fucking wolves.
That's pretty much what would happen if you went to an Arba's place.
Yeah.
He lives in werewolf country, so yeah. And which he can do because he's gangrel. And you all are not.
Yep.
Which
Although
poses,
Seth might not be too bad because he's got very high humanity. He would have the smell of the worm on him, but not very strongly. Seth
Plus
might be semi-safe.
I blush your life, active at all times, don't I?
Yeah, you'd be kind of hidden, but Steve and
I'll
Myrta,
be
you two kind of stand out.
Yeah.
I think even for Kindred as a body, for werewolves, wouldn't they stand out even more because of the
Sounds like
worm?
it's so fun because they'd probably be able to smell the demonic energy.
I will
Wait.
say that Myrta most definitely would stand out to them.
Yeah.
100%. Because she has 2 flaws that will make her stink. Don't you, Myrta?
Yes.
Yes.
At least Steve is new.
Steve would let's have a look. Let me just take a look. How well would the Steve get on?
I mean, I'm like a 3-night-old vampire, so I'm probably still kind of close to my humanity.
Apart from the granny thing.
He's not that bad. Yeah, Myrta's defo fucked though, because she has lower humanity than Steve and she's got those flaws. Steve, you would still be a target, but you'd have a chance. Narba, you're cool. As Seth, you're probably fine. Let's have a look. What about Theodoric? I mean, suggesting to Theodoric that to go there, he'd probably know to say no. But let's see. He's about on par. He's better off than Edith, but I think he would be smart enough to say, "I'm not going there."
Oh, I'm worm touched.
Yeah, you would be like, "Yeah, fuck no, nope."
I mean, that's why I said that's a good spot to hide the books.
If you sent John on his own, that's the safe one. But Edith doesn't trust John with the books on his own. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's the fun bit.
I like how somehow me and Edith messed up on that phone call. Though. Like, I gave my name and the bookstore. So it's like, fuck.
Yeah, you gave the
because
name in the bookstore
you
and then
guys
Edith did.
went into very weird like explanation pattern because Fizzle suggested, "Are you from a company?" And you guys, oh fuck, okay, we need to be from company to talk with him.
Yeah, like my brain was fucked. I was like, I don't know how the fuck to even answer that at the moment. I'm
I
too
did that on
tired.
purpose.
Yeah. Twat.
It's what you do, you know. I mean, it makes sense that if the company's answering the phone and you're making inquiries about
Yeah.
the guy at the top, they would ask, you know, are you inquiring on behalf of a company? So I was like, yeah, that's what I'll say. Plus, it'll get them to say something and it could be used against them. So you did.
Yeah.
And it's now being used
Go
against
right
you.
into your
Like-
trap.
I keep forgetting we're kind of PvPing against you.
Yeah, that is effectively what tabletop is. It is the players versus the storyteller, but the storyteller has to be. It kind of is, but it also kind of isn't because the storyteller wants to tell the whole story.
Yeah.
They don't want the
Storyteller
party to
also
die.
has to- But the storyteller also
the
has to
storyteller
throw a bone
wants
too.
to let the party have as much fun as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, the storyteller will sometimes maybe make up a roll. Like he'll roll something, and if he sees that someone dies, he could choose to just lie and say, "No, I didn't kill you; it just crippled you."
Yeah.
You know, things like that.
Throw you a
So,
bone kind of thing.
yeah,
Like,
because it's about fun in the end.
like you're on our side until you're not.
The thing is, I can only give you so many chances until I say it's not a game. If you can't die,
Yeah.
then I have to be as impartial as possible. And sometimes that impartiality, with you knowing that you can die, you can be fucked, can even
Yeah.
make it more fun.
Yeah.
Because right now you guys don't know what's following you. You have
Yep.
no idea. It could kill you in the next session, but that is the anticipation.
You know,
which-
like a 14-year-old La Sombra after us.
Doesn't it smell more like demons to you? Like fire and brimstone?
It smells like blasting powder, which could mean a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, what tends to spend most of its time with explosives?
Well, it like explosives are made from few things, but he has yet to share that particular bit to
Good
people
guess.
who may connect the dots. I'm
Maybe
trying
Forrest was
not
just being
to
Yeah,
I
we're clueless.
play too smart.
In
For
before
him.
it's something along the lines of it's just vampire dwarfs. Like it's just
What?
dwarfs. Yeah, like dwarfs faffing around with like explosives kind of thing, but they're
Are
vampires
dwarves
as
a
well.
thing?
No.
That would have been hilarious.
I mean, small people are a thing
Yeah.
in real life in Nerva.
I mean, yes, but you know what I meant.
Them bearded drunkards.
There's any number of things it could be. Again, it could be a demon, could be some otherworldly thing. It could be, I don't know, a fucking Giovanni hitman that is planning to plant explosives in your apartment, or it
Could
could
be a
be
dragon.
it could be anything.
Maybe it is even like changeling dwarfs that do
mean-
explosives.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are dragons in
Yes.
the setting?
There are.
Because I
Yeah.
know you can change into one, but I don't know if it's like there by normal means.
They exist, but they're normally not used practically anywhere but outside of Mage.
Yeah,
Well-
they're more far Umbra things.
If it was a demon, could Edith have perceived it?
If it was, then perhaps. If it were close enough and she was on guard for it, but she isn't on guard for a demon.
Hmm.
She is concerned with her own immediate safety and hiding the books.
Yeah.
In fact, Edith does know quite a few things about demons, and there are some demons that might play a part in the story upcoming.
Yeah. I mean, we can remind me next session, but John will be describing the small.
Yeah.
Yes.
Edith
We
is
can start
also
with that next session.
concerned with aggressively flirting with Walter here.
Also,
Wait
I
a
will
minute.
say that if we don't end the night the next session, I'll still get
Yeah.
XP anyway.
Oh, nice. Could I have used Auspex?
Yeah, that's why I said ice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Potentially.
What can you
I
see at
mean-
1 auras? Or is that...
Yeah.
Yes. He could perceive auras if I remember right, which
Yeah.
could be useful for finding someone who is hidden,
Oh, no, sorry. 1 dot is only heightened senses. Aura is
which
2.
could help.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that was John's subtle hint. Do your thing.
I mean, when you said eyes, I was like, yeah, I have them.
Have them, not use them. It's like
Okay,
etiquette. You know, you have it, you don't use it.
Storyteller, I have a petition. Can I switch my int scores with Walter?
If you eat him, yes.
Oh, please, no. I've already had him fucking punching my dick. Don't need that.
If you diablerize Walter, you can get some of his stats.
Ooh.
Oh, God. Wait, can
Ooh.
Gangrels do that?
Everybody can do that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could do it to Edith if you wanted to.
No.
Or
I didn't
Steven.
know.
Yeah. I don't think Myrtle would really care that much.
Hmm.
You know,
What?
Edith. I think she'd be like, yes.
That's a new identity, that's cool.
I would roll for your body.
Wait, what?
You
I
can
mean-
fight to control the body.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought you
yeah.
meant something totally different.
No, Diablerie is 50-50% on whose soul continues as the new body.
If your
I-
generations are the same.
Yeah, if generation is older, then that can change, no?
Yeah.
I mean, I have Generation 2, so what would that class me as?
You don't have Generation 2. If you had Generation 2, you would be
No.
Methuselah.
Which means
So
what,
you're
11?
that means you're generation 11.
Right.
I'm Generation 10.
Hmm.
Yeah. You could diablerize her and become a generation 10 yourself.
I find it hilarious how me and Seth are the same generation as well.
Yeah. Wait, he is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Because he's
he
one
was
lower
sired
than
by
Meta.
me.
Right.
Stupus. Count.
No, I'm still kind of new to this, so it's like, wait, what?
I think Bob is the lowest generation.
Yeah.
What's yours?
9?
Oh, I'm 8, baby.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Yes.
Bob
Yeah,
is
no,
also a
seem like
printer. We can't
Yeah.
eat the printer. We need the printer.
A Generation 8 printer.
Also, you only get 1 generation lower by diablerizing me, so it's wasted. You have to go through the others first.
So I need to first eat Merta, then eat you.
Exactly. That's how you go back.
Thank you, noted.
That sounds suggestive.
Oh, open your throat! Sorry.
God.
Yes. Hey, Anne, what's up?
Do you get anything for diablerizing someone on your generation?
XP.
How much XP does
and
Steve
stats.
give?
Diablerie, yeah.
Asking for a friend.
It is. Blip, 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 blip,
I
blip.
was seriously considering the merit hidden diablerie, because that's what I usually get, because any chronicle can spin out of control and you want to have that.
Yeah. It would be good. Oh, that's the wrong button.
Well, I'm just glad I have efficient digestion.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
Means if I pretty much take 2, I get 3, which is nice.
I took such niche merits. You won't see them.
So I believe that the amount of XP you would get is the same amount of XP that the person you diablerized had.
Hmm.
So let's say we took your starting XP and the XP that you gained through playing was, let's say all of it together counted to, say, like 40. You diablerize that person, you get 40 experience.
So the longer I keep Steve alive, the more benefit
the
I'll get.
more reward you'll get out of him.
You're
Yeah.
just stuffing me like a plump turkey, you dirty bugger.
And the
Well,
thing is, he's so strong that he could do it.
well, storyteller, did I at least play to my demeanor this time?
Quite a bit. Yes.
Yeah, I felt like I did tonight.
Did I?
I don't think I was playing to anything for me.
You mean demeanor or nature, Marta?
Murta. Yes, you rather were somewhat Murta. Could have done it a bit more, but it was all right.
I don't think I played at all to either of them.
Yeah, I kind of
No.
I feel bad about this session because Steve practically had no role playing.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit hard because there was a lot of like delegating of roles going on, and sometimes it can just be that way. If you need someone to talk to someone, you usually go to fucking Walter.
Well, that's
And it's sort of
why.
along the lines of the only person that kind of tried his best to talk to
Yeah.
me was Bob.
Me as well.
Walter had a talk with you.
Yeah.
Well,
You
yeah,
had
but
to
it's
have
like
talk.
only you two were the ones that sort of took the time that you could to talk with me, and even then it was like, is this really a good idea?
Well,
I'm
don't
waiting for
worry.
you to try and aggressively flirt with me as I'm aggressively flirting with Walter.
I'm waiting for you to speak to Mr. Reynolds, Steve.
To
Whom?
talk to him.
Because he'll be calling back at some point, won't he? And Steve will be the one to answer
Yep.
the phone.
Oh God, yeah, I was made the secretary. Oh no.
But that's why I like took you to the side because I was like,
Woman, please, why did you do this?
you've not spoke for a while, so I was like, okay.
Oh no. It's like a
Wait
guy
a
who
minute.
already complains about the fact that he nearly shits himself half the time from the terror of so much responsibility.
Well, that
And now he's got
depends
this on him.
if that even happens next session, because remember we're on a road trip.
Yeah.
Woo!
And that
Yeah.
place could be burnt down.
Yes.
Well, they wouldn't
No.
burn it down, thinking that there may be the books in there.
Yeah, but afterwards.
Maybe.
I mean, to be fair, her putting the copies there means that they may find it and decide to torch her place.
Mm.
Or
just
they
thinking
may
of, like, I'm just thinking it'll be like fucking the gangsters kind of thing from earlier on periods kind of thing. They'll just roll up and just sort of torch the place and shoot it up kind of thing.
Well, they
drive-by.
want those books quite badly, so
Everybody does. We do too.
John
Yeah,
doesn't.
And I
At
still have
first,
no idea why.
yeah, but you'll find out. But at first, it was just, well, look, Amarillo wants them. And then you were like, well, actually, there's this woman, Edith, who wants them. And then you learned that, well, Rose has taken some. And then you're like, wait, there's a third party that wants them because obviously someone took one from John Gilmore. And then you went to that shop and several people had been there to inquire.
It would be
And it's like,
kind of
hang on a minute.
concerning if it'd be kind of concerning if this person that we'll end up meeting somehow, be it friendly or aggressively, I wonder if they'd end up being like a member of the Sabbat or something like that.
Yeah.
Just to really
Yeah,
throw a spanner in the works. It's like this really runs deep.
It's like, Steve, don't worry, we're hated everywhere.
Oh yeah. We're gonna end up on the fucking pikes, you and I.
I try my best to be concerned about the Rosa stuff as well.
About what?
The
Rosa.
Rosa stuff.
Yeah, that's something you haven't disclosed to us, has it?
Nope.
Yeah,
And you're
he
not
doesn't want
gonna.
to tell everyone that.
Nope.
Not even out of character.
Out of character, that would probably break a lot of things, wouldn't it?
I mean, with the out of character thing, I was sort of there, just even saying on the stream, just like, so there's a redhead, is there? Hmm.
I mean, out of
There
character,
always is, baby.
I disclosed why I'm after the books, so.
I mean, I probably could off stream, but but
Fair
we
enough.
want, yeah, we
Oh.
want to keep it a secret, don't we? Like, we want to make things exciting, I guess.
On that note, good night, stream.
Good night.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.